I love that we're back and Pablo's blue. I'm still blown out. Pumps is pixelated and freezing. It's, I love it. We're back, guys.
Pork rinds are good.
We're fucking back. Pumps, are you okay,
Right.
buddy?
How could you tell?
Because you still look like you're not moving.
Yeah, my camera does look like shit. I hate it here.
No fucking match. I'm not finished yet. You think this is over? You think I've forgotten this?
I never fucking meant for you to get
That
hurt.
piece of shit that you brought on here? Wait till I get my hands on him.
Oh, wait, let me explain something to you before you go overboard here. We disagree about a lot of things, but I never meant for him to do that to you. He just went overboard.
Oh, yeah.
And he apologized.
I don't believe you dickhead. I don't believe what you say anymore, Bray.
How do you want me to prove it to you?
There's no way
Hey,
you
give me
can
my
prove
fucking phone.
You say give it a rest. We say give it the abdominal stretch. No need to be stressed. Take a play off, abdominal stretch. Rope for leverage. Have a beverage. Hope the ref doesn't check. Abdominal stretch. Stay awake, bro. I'm Waco. I'm David Koresh. Why the hate, bro? Let's work slow. Abdominal stretch. Gut feeling, hedging our bets. 5 aces and decks. DiBiase the checks. The abdominal stretch.
Hello. And welcome back
Son of a bitch.
to the Abdominal Stretch, the podcast by the guys who podcast about professional wrestling but don't always watch the professional wrestling that they podcast about. The Abdominal Stretch. It's been a few weeks, guys. It's been
That's
a
right.
few weeks. It's been a few weeks. Pablo Ramiro Estevez, Pumps 61 as he is known on Instagram, he's recording on a 1999 BlackBerry this evening. Pablo has the prison filter back. We're doing it, guys. Here we are. How have we been?
Before we get into this, Nathan, I gotta ask
Yeah.
Pump something.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the teams, Pumps, that are within your region, why is it that you just so happen to be a fan of this one particular team in the NFC South that is not the Saints?
Because nobody in New England gave a shit about the Patriots when I was a kid, and I didn't start watching football until I started playing football in '95. So I had two choices: Jacksonville or Carolina.
Because that's right around the time when they were both expansion teams, correct?
Yes, which is when I was in 8th grade and started playing football.
Gotcha.
I like it. Pablo, why are you a Saints fan? Have you ever been in New Orleans?
Because he wants to wear a bag on his head for the rest of his life.
This is how it started. Yeah, I don't know. I've been a Saints fan since I was 6, and we're still
Okay.
Saints fans. Now I'm passing that on to my children. There's a Saints flag flying in front of my house right now.
You know there's a 50-50 shot when you overdo that they go the opposite way.
Even if that happens, which it's happened most of my adult life anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it's still sport. Bless them
Yeah,
boys.
Sorry, I'm just throwing our links out here because we still don't have a producer. If people thought that we took some time off because we were revamping the show,
Yeah.
we kind of were, but not in that sense. We're still looking for a producer.
Anybody out there?
My little brother or cousin, Chris, his dad and older brother were Yankee and Jazz fans. And so because of that, he rooted for the Lakers and the Red Sox.
That tracks.
Yep, almost out of spite.
I mean, I understand.
All right, let me just pimp us out real quick.
Utah Jazz, eh?
Well, he lives in Utah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were the New Orleans Jazz originally.
They were, and just like they're the Minnesota Lakers, and for some reason they get to count like 5 championships when there was 8 teams in the fucking league and they played in Minnesota. The Lakers like to hang that one around.
Oh, were they
You
from
know-
Minnesota? That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, Pablo, I don't know if you know this, buddy, but there's not a lot of lakes in LA.
Big Bear. I don't know. Big Bear. Lake.
They're the Big Bear Lake Lakers.
Just assumed. Everybody loves Big Bear.
I can tell Pumps is very frustrated with the way he looks, and he keeps freezing.
Yeah.
And
But
the Panthers starting record as well, probably.
at least your audio's good, Pumps.
We're on the up, baby. We're on the up. I'm mad about nothing.
Yeah, you guys started Andy Dalton this week, right?
Sure did. Red
that-
Jesus.
Red Jesus.
Red Rocket. Saints had Andy Dalton before you guys.
So did the Bengals.
Everybody's had Andy Dalton. Fuck, I've had Andy Dalton at this point.
Okay, let me just put us on Facebook here, and then we'll get onto the show. I'm sorry, guys.
No, we'll still all trash. Mr. Packers fan over here. Why are you a Packers fan, Nathan?
I've got that answer, buddy.
It's because his grandpa played for the Packers, didn't he?
No, I wish.
Or no,
My grandpa. No, my grandpa played for Stanford.
Oh,
Yes, and my grandpa was a very well-known football coach in the 50s and 60s. He coached Utah State. He's got a whole section dedicated to him at their stadium and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool.
The Haskell
Okay.
system.
Well, he's a Cone. He's my mom's dad.
Well, okay.
I'm a Packer fan because right around 1989, my parents got divorced, so my pops wasn't around that much. And when I would go to my friends' houses, their dads were around and they would talk football, and I didn't have anyone that was showing me professional football at the house. So I didn't really have anything to say, really. But I did have Tecmo Bowl. And I liked the Packers helmet on Tecmo Bowl because I had a big G on it, and that was right around the time of Straight Outta Compton and, gangster shit. So I played Tecmo Bowl, and you could save your seasons and stuff. And so I knew all of the players. This is Don Majowski, Sterling Sharp. This is why my favorite number is 84, because it's Sterling Sharp. I wore it in high school. So then when I would go to my friends' houses and they would bring up football, the Rams and the Raiders, because it was LA in the 80s, I could talk about the Packers players because I knew them from the video game.
No.
And then, 4 years later, we got Brett Favre and stuck with it. Same reason my cousin's a Packer fan. And yeah. So, shout out to Tecmo Bowl.
All right, Tecmo Bowl.
how long
Yes.
before he started stealing from the state of Mississippi, embezzling money from the homeless and the poor? When was that?
About 30 years later.
Oh, right. When
When
did
did
he
he start
send?
sending
When did he send unsolicited dick pics to a New York Post reporter? How long after that was that?
About 21 years later.
Ah, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And
Could-
the crippling addiction to painkillers. When was that?
Still.
Oh, okay.
Still. I'm able to separate the art from the artist.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we got 3 people. Johnny California's back. Shout out to Johnny California. Thank you for showing up, my friend. All right, Pablo.
Hello.
It's been a few weeks. If you got any highlights for us?
Man, I don't even know. It's been a whirlwind. I can tell you what I'm excited about that's coming up.
Perfect.
It's LA Comic-Con, baby.
I actually just put in for my what's the thing where they let you in for free because you're in the industry?
A professional, like an industry badge.
Yes. Oh, Pumps,
right.
you look great now, by the way.
How are you in the comic book industry?
I'm not. I'm in the fucking prop industry, and there's movies and fucking shit like that. That's
All those comic book props?
yeah. Well, Comic-Con is more than just comic books at this point.
No.
What's cool about it, though, is that the original Back to the Future cast is pretty much going to be there. Leia Thompson, Tom Wilson, Christopher Lloyd, and Michael J. Fox. It's like $1,000 to do a photo op with them, which is crazy.
Pass.
Yeah, and but also aside from Raul Julia, the original entire Addams Family cast is also there. And
Really?
yeah, what's cool about LA Comic Con, I'll nerd out.
Christopher Lloyd gets to double dip.
He gets to double dip, dude. That man, I kid you not, he's gotta leave with just like so much fucking cash from that event.
He's
alone.
also like completely deaf, by the way.
Oh, no way.
Huh?
Is he really?
Oh yeah.
What?
Christopher Lloyd is like completely deaf.
Gotcha.
He's got like giant hearing. Like like I met him in Boston in like 2015, whenever the Survivor Series was there, and my ex was working a con, and I sat at the bar with him and the guy that played Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe movie.
Ray Park.
And yeah, Ray Park, and it was also Darth Maul. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christopher Lloyd could barely hear.
Dude, I met him in Utah last year because I was press at FanX, and I was kind of talking because our wedding rings, I'm not wearing it, but our wedding rings kind of look similar. I don't know, I was just trying to, shoot the shit with him, and he just like, it felt like he didn't process anything I was saying, and now you're telling me that it makes so much sense because he was just like nodding
He
and
smiled
smiling.
and nodded. Yeah, dude can't hear.
He was just like, come on. He was just like, mm-hmm.
Yep, he does that well.
He also, he's got to be like very stoned all the time, I feel like. Because he also answered some questions on the stage and he gave just the longest stoner answers. I think one of them was like, if you had a time machine, like a fan question, he was just rambled for like 15 minutes about dinosaurs.
He's got to be in his 80s, right?
Yeah, I did.
Gotta be.
I mean, the fact that he can get out of the house, dude, at that age. I mean, it's, let the guy chat.
No, he's okay. I mean, I wasn't against it, but I was just like, I didn't chalk it up to him being senile. I chalked it up to him being very high.
And deaf.
Again, I guess deaf.
Yes. And what's funny? The dude that he was with at the MyCon was a guy that like cosplays as Marty McFly, but brings the car. So like, because you can't get Michael J. Fox at most of these things,
Yeah.
he pulls up to all the cons that Christopher Lloyd's at, and he pretends to be fucking Marty McFly with the car.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know. Stolen valor.
Actually, here's something I can announce to anybody watching at LA Comic Con. If you see me there, I'm teaming up with a company called FizMe, who they're like preservers of physical media, and they're into VHS. They sell a lot of VHS, and it's basically a app that's like a marketplace to sell, trade, and buy VHS cassette tapes.
That's dope.
And it's really dope. And they're gonna give myself and Ty. Maybe we can get you in on this, Nathan. Actually,
I'm always down to crowbar in.
well, yeah. If you find me at the con, I'm gonna have free VHSs that I'm gonna.
Now I gotta find them, Pumps. Now I gotta find them at the con.
Well,
we can't plan a meetup. This is like, listen, this is where it starts, bro.
If you happen to find me,
Bro, if you happen to find me at either the Illuminerdy booth,
right?
podcasting
or podcasting about wrestling, or the Fizz Media,
Right.
maybe I'll get you some swag.
No, I'm saying if you want to join, we'll get you some swag too, to where you're
All right.
like, find me we'll meet up. But
I hope so.
If people that are not us
Right.
find us, we'll give you some free VHSs and VHS swag.
That's awesome. What are the dates for LA Comic Con?
I think October 4th, 5th, and 6th.
I'm gonna be in Munich.
Oh, what a surprise, Mr. World Traveler.
Your path, then.
It's literally next week.
Mr.
Next
Worldwide.
weekend. Yeah.
Really?
LA Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con? Which were you talking about?
LA Comic Con.
Yeah, it's on October 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah.
Oh, fucking! Why did I feel that fucking?
Well, all right. This is actually.
Oh man, I gotta take another trip out of the.
I gotta go to Oktoberfest
Oh,
in Munich.
man.
Dude, fucking 1%er problems here, Nick.
My life sucks.
Damn it. I don't get my free pass to LA Comic Con because I'll be at Oktoberfest in Munich. Well, fuck.
So there you go. If anybody finds Pablo, take Nate's swag.
Yeah, just pretend to be me. If you cosplay as me, I'll allow it.
No, just wear a black shirt. You'll be fine.
Just wear a black graphic tee either Air Max 90s or Jordan 5s, and you're fucking in.
You're set. You're set. Well, random other thing that is wrestling related
Yes.
and also ties into this. On Saturday at the Golden Apple booth at LA Comic Con, and also they're doing the exact same signing on Saturday the 12th, the following weekend. I think at
I'll
LA
be in town for that.
Okay, so
Figured you'd
maybe
be taking a SpaceX flight to
Maybe.
the moon or something.
So
I might be at adult space camp in Alabama. I'm looking at that.
I think from 11 to 1 on Saturday, there's going to be a comic there called Day of the Dead Girl, written by one Miss Amy Garcia and AJ Mendez, better known as AJ Lee. Will be at the Golden Apple booth signing her new comic that she co-wrote with Amy Garcia. And then the following weekend, they will also be at Golden Apple signing their comic once again. So maybe your man will land an interview here.
Who'd Amy Garcia ever beat?
Nobody.
Goddamn right.
I know of. But, you know.
Amy Garcia is AJ Lee?
No, Amy Garcia is, she's an actor.
That was the joke, dingus.
AJ Mendez is
AJ Lee.
Is AJ Lee, yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna make a really crude joke, but I'll just.
Did AJ Mendez ever beat? I don't know.
Jay Lethal.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
So, a little something there.
Cool. Pumps.
Yo.
How have you been, brother? Any highlights?
Yeah, roller derby.
That's right. Talk about it.
Went to Memphis and got a dub, baby.
Down big. Down almost 28-3 New England Atlanta Super Bowl status.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have to cheat to win. So.
Oh, this guy.
What? Fuck the Pats.
Talk about it real quick, because I want to put up the outfit that you fucking wore.
That's what
Oh.
I'm finding it right now.
Man, that outfit is that alone should have won it, like I said.
No. So I mean, it was a good bout. They definitely used some trickeration because their venue could best be described as like airplane hangar shaped.
Ooh.
And they turned their music up real loud, so it carried really, really well in that building. And it was really hard to yell across the track to your skaters and things like that. So I'm not mad at them. It's home field advantage for a reason, but
it was almost like the 12th man.
Yeah. I mean, Texas A&M or Seattle? Which one are you going for?
And Seattle. I don't like college.
I beat you to it.
So you were down big at the half, correct?
No, we actually took the lead right before half.
So you were down big in the first.
Yeah, they came out real strong. So.
And what was the final score?
Ooh, I want to say. I don't want to tell a lie. 148 to 159.
Yeah, damn right it was.
So, yeah. Which, I mean, I know you guys don't know, but you can score, 12 to 20 points per jam, So it's really close. Like that is not a big. Yes, I do. Thank you, Johnny California.
Yeah, this was Coach Pumps, which I mean, I don't know what's more distracting. Fucking this guy coaching against you, or the crowd noise, or the whatever, the audio, whatever.
Are you aggressively chewing gum and like smacking a rolled up wad of papers on your like hand and stuff while you're coaching?
No, but I have a clipboard.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I have always loved the like throwback videos of coaches in suits. And of course it's roller derby, so you have to be extra because
absolutely,
of course, and yeah. So.
This is fire. I can't believe that Johnny California knew whose shoes those were.
Yeah, I mean,
California's a fashionista, bro.
Yep.
I went. We need to have Johnny California on.
I mean,
or at least a meetup.
Yeah, I mean, well, meet him at the Viper Room for,
Yeah.
Well, Nate, if you were going to LA Comic Con, maybe.
Right.
If you weren't in
What a
Munich.
dick.
Right.
Pumps, that all you got? Did you have something else, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, I don't really have anything springing to mind. Let me look through my photos here, see if there's anything that jogs my memory.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a fire.
The Reaper's back.
Uh-oh.
No, the Reaper. You had to fire somebody again?
Oh, no. I had a fire lunch. Gas station fried chicken. That seemed to fire.
That's right.
What?
Bro, I hear you and fire. I'm just assuming you're fucking putting people into the unemployment line.
No, I actually hired a girl last week. She's working out really well. Shout out to Alicia with a Y.
Nice.
Trump is carbon neutral over here.
Nice.
Oh no, I pollute on a daily basis.
Well, just determined like you fire somebody, you hire somebody. You're balancing out the universe.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm very much the Thanos of the pest control.
Of the pest control industry.
I will also say that, Pump says it's a picture of that fried chicken. And for those of you who don't know, some of the best fried chicken in the South comes from like gas station, quick stoppy type stores.
Yeah, like if you look at a gas station and you're like, this place either sells drugs or has roaches or both, they have delicious fried chicken.
Absolutely. Yeah, in New Orleans, there's a place called Brothers. There's a crispy crunchy chicken. There's a crispy crunchy here in like Santa Ana that I don't know how it's not out here.
It's like trying to find a Sonic.
Yeah, it is. So you got to try to find. Well, there's a Sonic here. I think in like Fullerton or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got to go to it. You got to.
Yeah. You got to go to it. But if I haven't had it, but if it's anything like the crispy crunchy back home,
no. For the record, Sonic not worth it.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm just saying it's just a rarity. That's like.
Yeah, no. I mean, we didn't have Sonics in New England, and then once we came down here, and it was a way of life. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't know either. We've just lost 3 viewers, guys, and I don't fucking give a shit because I'm having a good time.
Well, you'll bring them back with your stories. So
Johnny California,
go for it.
Johnny California's fucking staying. He's hanging tough. I was in Japan, and if you watch the show, then you probably follow myself on Instagram, so you saw that. So I don't need to tell any more about that, but. We went and saw professional wrestling in Japan.
Oh.
Hey.
We went and saw DDT Pro. Now, if nobody is familiar with DDT Pro, I know Pumps is very familiar with DDT Pro. On the outskirts, I'm familiar with it.
I smartened you up on DDT.
You did. You said it was more of a comedy wrestling.
Yes.
And you were not wrong, sir. Okay, now I brought a buddy of mine, Danny, to a professional wrestling event. It's probably the only professional wrestling event he's been to outside of one that I performed at here in Southern California, either PCW or that brewery show. He went to that brewery show that when I walked Mikey out with the theme. Pablo, that's where you say, "Oh yeah, I was involved in that." But okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Cat
I was trying to tee you up. I was trying to tee you up there, dude.
I just blacked out for a second. I'm sorry. It's like.
Anyway.
Yeah. I was involved in that. That's right.
So, it's kind of difficult to navigate around in Tokyo, especially when this show was in a building where every floor is like a different thing. Like that's kind of a thing in Japan because they don't have a lot of space. So like one floor might be a restaurant, one floor might be an arcade, one floor might be a bar, one floor might be whatever the fuck, right? So we got to the building outside and we couldn't figure out where the entrance was. Okay? So we went into a side door and we found an elevator and just said, fuck it. And there was a sign outside that said whatever, 8th floor or whatever it was. So we said this much must be the entrance. So we hop in the elevator, we go up to the 8th floor, And this was scary, dude, because I thought we were stuck. The elevator doors open, and it's another door. Like a regular ass door. And so Alice in Wonderland style, we're like, fuck it. And we go, and we're immediately opening the door into a merch line where Asian people or Japanese people are lined up to get photos signed and shirts signed and shit like that. We just open up this like crew door. So we stay in the line because you have to be very polite in Japan. Even though we weren't going to buy any merch, we wanted to get to someone that worked there in order to find out where we buy tickets.
So you could ask them in English.
Yes, absolutely. Where we buy tickets.
Right.
So we wait in this line. We get to the front, and the ladies they have like whole poster size things of mini pictures, and you could choose which one you wanted. Then they would sell them to you, and then you go get them signed by the dude, right? So it's an indie show, right? DDP Rose, it's indie.
Oh, yeah.
This place held maybe 100 people, okay? So we get to the lady, and I say, we want to buy tickets. And she goes, oh, tickets, that way. Okay. So we walk around to the lady. I say, I want to buy tickets. Now, outside, it said the tickets were 8,000 yen or whatever, which is, not 8,000 yen. It was like 4,000 yen. It was like $16 or something like that. Right? 1,000 yen was $8. It was like 3,000 yen, whatever. Somewhere between $16 and $20. So we go to the lady. She's got a cash thing, whatever. And I say, 2 tickets. And she says, okay. And she commences to charge us 1,000 yen and gives us beer drink tickets.
Nice.
And so we just went, okay. So we went to the bar and bought beer tickets. So somehow we avoided wherever the main ticket entrance is by going in this fucking sketchy elevator and just showing up inside the venue.
Oh, yeah.
So we go to our seats. Not our seats. It's kind of first one come, first serve. And it was 75% female. Not the workers, the crowd. I have been to a lot of wrestling shows. I've been to wrestling shows with 1,000 people, and there wasn't 75 women there. You know what I mean?
Was it a shock?
It was very much so. I couldn't believe it.
Were you uncomfortable in there? Were you like, this?
No, not at all. Because I know
because they couldn't understand what he was yelling.
They took it so serious because, as Japanese people do, it's like a sport to them. They know that it's rigged, but dude, when the baby faces were in trouble, these women are just like they're watching their favorite Game of Thrones or whatever, right?
They are, right?
Right, exactly, dude. And I if you watch New Japan back when Nakamura worked there was a lady that you could hear every time he worked yell Shinsuke, Shinsuke, Shinsuke when he was in trouble, right, Pumps?
Oh yeah.
And it was always very funny to me that and dude, there was multiple chicks like that when the baby faces were in trouble. It was really fun.
It's just a room full of women panicking.
Dude, it was a room full of women panicking about professional wrestlers. Now, keep in mind, my boy, not a wrestling fan, doesn't know what to expect. First group of dudes come out, okay? And I'm gonna show you these guys. These old boys commenced to have a 3-song boy band concert. And they went in there and lip synced. Okay, let me see if I just grabbed the videos here, so let me see. I know that I fucking recorded them doing their bit.
You know what I know?
I believe that was Wrestle Kingdom 14, and yes, Johnny is 100% right.
What?
Shinsuke girls that
read the
they
chat.
lost matches epic. I know that you need to wipe the shit out of that lens on your phone, friend.
Oh, that wasn't shit, brother.
No, you
This
need to
fucking
wipe it
guy.
really- you carry a little microfiber
Says
around.
the blue man.
Yeah.
Wipe that thing down, buddy.
You hear it, Oshi? So that was one of those I'm bouncing around because I can't see the fucking videos, but that was one of those stupid matches I hate, Pumps, where they pretend it's real in Japan. Like they don't go against the ropes and they just mat wrestle.
Oh, that was Ring of Honor.
What is it called? The Open Champ, like Never Champion, or
No. That was just a belt. No, that was originally that was the ROH Pure Champion.
Pure, yes. So these dudes get in there and they are working.
Yeah,
like there's no fucking slams. There's
like a shoot fight.
Exactly, and it was like after the crowd was all into the boy band fucking wrestlers, and then like when the dudes came out and started getting serious, that's when everybody was just like, they were very concerned about the guys. Let's see. I got a couple of the little quick videos here. There was one very, very, very funny dude, and I hope I caught it. This guy. He was not even really hitting him. Watch. Okay, so that big dude, the guy who was wrestling came out, and I guess he had like a catchphrase where he said something, right? He was like, no, blah, blah, oh, and then everybody's supposed to pop. So the babyface comes out and tells the crowd that when he does that, to no-sell it and not cheer. So then he comes out, he's the big bad heel, and he does his thing, waiting for the crowd to pop, and they no-sell it. Then he starts getting really angry. And then when the babyface gets him down, the babyface says his catchphrase, and the crowd goes nuts, and the fucking heel can't understand. And they worked this for like 7 minutes. And it was so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How long are we gonna keep Johnny's comment on the show?
Oh yeah, sorry, I removed that. But that
I mean, I love him the most.
Is this? What is this?
I was trying to fix my camera.
No.
Self-conscious of my color now.
Did that one already.
You're not as blue, Pablo.
I just changed it a little bit.
This one maybe.
Yeah, look, Nate.
this?
Just like, I'll send you some microfiber.
He's gonna keep body slamming him. Watch my
Benny.
So anyway, it was a very fun show, but it was also interesting to watch. Like, I love pro wrestling, and when you watch that kind of pro wrestling, you don't know if the person you bring who doesn't know what they're looking at is going, what the fuck are we watching? You know what I mean? Like, but he had a really, really good time. You were able to go. He was like, he has his big camera, like he's a pro photographer. And dude, you could literally walk up to the mat. He was pretending that he was like a photographer for the fucking show and was like in the ring, like almost taking photos. So it was pretty cool. The other Japan note that I have. I went to a Michelin star chicken katsu restaurant. And chicken katsu is like my favorite shit. It's my what did I call it the other night? My
Death row.
My death row meal.
meal.
Yes, chicken katsu cutlet, some mac salad, rice, sriracha sauce, katsu sauce. Put me in the chair. Let's go. So the chef apparently is friends with a whole bunch of wrestlers. And I will show you this. He had this poster on his wall.
This is famously the poster you refused to tell me about. So,
Was it?
yeah, you said I don't want to tell you about it because we'll talk about it on the show.
Oh, no, I was going to tell. No, that's a different story that I'm going to tell in a second.
Okay.
But because it's funny. So this is my boy here. And so I wish I would have got it, but right to the right of me,
I already see it.
he's got his own mask. And a lot of the wrestlers go in there and they eat this dude's Michelin star fucking katsu cutlet, and it was incredible.
Whoa.
Oh,
Put
sorry.
that picture back on screen this
Okay.
instant.
Okay.
How have you not pointed out the one recurring theme of this show?
Which is?
Look to the chef's right. Who is that? Of his hat.
Is that Ultimo Dragon?
That's famous Mexican wrestler Ultimo Dragon.
We all know he's Mexican, bro.
Damn it. Yeah, who the fuck said that?
What an idiot.
How am I the only one that picked up on that? Okay. continue. That's why I was like, I already see it. Nate's about to say Ultimo Dragon signed it. But
And it's funny because it was the one day we went to this restaurant that I didn't have a Japanese wrestling shirt on. I had a Macho Man shirt in Japanese. I had a Hogan shirt in Japanese. I had a Stan Hansen and Brody shirt in Japanese. And so the Macho Man one, I'll give you a couple quick tidbits before we get into, before I wrap this Japan trip up. It translates to Macho Guy, not Macho Man. Okay? So I was on the subway or the trains, and I'm sitting there, and this little old lady is looking at me the whole time, right? And she's chilling, and we're on this track, and 5 minutes, whatever, and she gets up and she goes to walk out like real slow, and she goes, Macho Guy. And my wife just shook her head, and I went, see, this is why I did this.
the city gets me. These are my people.
So I bought a coffee cup for a friend of mine at Starbucks because they have like the Japan ones that are only sold like there or whatever. He collects them. So I bought it, and we sat in the Starbucks while we were waiting for an Uber. Like an idiot, because the minute I got up in the morning, we started drinking beer and sake every day. I leave the bag at the Starbucks. Just walk out. We go and do a thing. An hour later, we come back. Like we went to go look at something or go somewhere, right? And I realized, fuck, I fucking forgot the thing. I got to run back. So I go back, and I had a Hulk Hogan shirt on that said Ichiban, because that was his thing, right? Number one, yeah. So I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, there's 3 or 4 Starbucks chicks behind the counter, and they all start laughing, and they go, Ichiban! And they hold up my bag. And they go, we remember your shirt. You left this. Like, yeah, it gave me all the confidence I need to know that I am now, every country I go to, I'm wearing some sort of shirt that has to do with the country I'm in. So I'm just doing it. That's what I'm doing.
Wrestling is the universal language now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, last Japan story. We go to a karaoke spot. And it's not the type of karaoke where you go to your own little room. Okay? It was like a bar, and they had a TV in the corner. And when we first walked in, it was only us 3 and like one other dude. And at one point, she just pulls a microphone out from behind the bar and just hands it to us, and a book. And it's like, hey, if you want to sit down while you're ordering drinks and do fucking karaoke, here you go. So we start karaokeing it up, and we're having a good time. We're laughing, getting fucked up. This was the night High Touch. It's not High Five. High Touch Man. High Touch Man came out. So we're getting fucked up, and there was a dude at the end of the bar who was there like the whole time, and he was just chilling by himself. So at one point, I slide over and I start fucking trying to chat him up and fucking whatever. And I had the Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody shirt on, I think. So anyways, we start sitting there, and he points at my shirt, and he goes, oh, wrestling. And I go, yeah, you know wrestling? And he's like, yeah. And so now I just start trying to remember all the Japanese guys. I'm like, Tanahashi? And I start fucking air guitaring. And he goes, yes. And he stands up, and we're both air guitaring in the fucking bar.
You had no idea what you were talking about, probably. And
No, listen, I thought the same thing. So then I'm sitting down, I'm like, Nakamura? Kinshasa? Or whatever. That's what his finisher's called, right? The Kinshasa?
It was the Bomaye, I believe.
Oh, Boomaye. Yeah, that's right. Shit. Well, whatever. I botched it. Anyway, so he's like shaking his head, and sometimes he knows things, sometimes he don't. So then I'm like, Bullet Club? Because I had a Bullet Club hat on. And he was like, yeah. So we started doing that. So the initial 5 minutes of that goes back and forth. And so we're sitting there, and we're like, then it goes quiet. And like, I order him a drink, I buy him a drink, sitting there, like a minute and a half goes by. And he looks over at me and he goes, Naito? Right? That's the guy, right? Naito? The guy that opens his eye? Yes. And dude, I lost my mind. I laughed so hard, bro, that he sat there for a minute and a half trying to think of another guy we could fucking talk about. And he fucking did this thing, dude. And God damn, it was funny, man. It was fucking funny. Anyway, I say all that to say, Japan was amazing. Pablo, you were not wrong. It was worth every second. I highly suggest people going. It's the culture shock or change that I was looking for, and I almost feel like it made me a better person because the place is so clean, the people are so nice, there's no trash, everybody works together to keep their city like that, and there's also
how's that compared to Los Angeles?
Yeah, exactly.
a little different as it turns out.
I've been to a lot of places, okay, around the world so far. And of all of them, outside of Amsterdam, for obvious reasons,
well,
I could see myself buying a place in Japan and living there a few months out of the year, like on some retirement shit. Like it was just, it's hot. It's fucking hot. It's humid hot. Like it's 85 degrees and then 80% humidity.
Yeah, welcome to the South.
You get 80% humidity?
Pablo would have got it worse than New Orleans.
New Orleans is fucking terrible. Like you'll get off the plane and it'll just, your clothes is instantly stuck to you.
Yeah,
like your butt cheeks instantly just like magnetized together. Just
we started to get up really early and try to get all of the hikes to the temples and all that kind of shit done before 1. And then you start, the rest of your day is dipping in and out of fucking AC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yes, Japan was amazing. The food was incredible. If the 7-Elevens in Japan were like that here, you could literally meal prep out of there in a very healthy way. It was cool, dude. The subway system was tough. The trains were tough. But other than that,
did you keep your little Sika card, a little penguin on it.
Yep. Dude, they don't have them anymore. They don't use them. It's all phone now.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
So my boy Danny, who's like a professional traveler, who I'm going to Munich with, he bought them on eBay so that we could reload them and keep them as a keepsake.
Yeah.
So he gave them to me. Yeah, because they don't offer them anymore. So, yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, that little card's awesome.
He looks like he's already on another trip.
No, he posts photos from his old trips.
What, kayfabe, brother?
He kayfabes it for sure.
Kayfabe, brother.
That way his work never knows where he's at.
He'll leave that gimmick.
Fantastic.
All right. Wrestling, guys.
No, hang on. We got to get to 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I might as well
Go.
There you go.
Listen, it was a Japan trip. We've been gone for a while.
I'm not
Now,
complaining.
for our loyal watchers, we had our first production meeting after 24 episodes.
Yeah.
That's how
Well,
much
we're
we
bringing it
fucking
down.
care. All right. And we're gonna maybe try to modify the structure of the show
Just a bit.
just a bit. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it works. We're not gonna literally go down match by match of every show on either AEW or WWE. We're gonna try to pick a handful of topics and chat about those. You know, maybe
Sexy topics.
huh?
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Sexy topics.
Yeah.
The sexiest of
Hot and
topics.
sexy topics.
What did you call them? Pumps? Dog whistle?
That's something.
Got it. All right. Yeah, so we're going to talk about some, important topics around the world of professional wrestling. Instead of breaking down every little thing. Not that we even broke down every little thing, but we did.
No, we did.
We did mention it. We went down match by match, and that's, maybe we're not going to do that. So, with that being said, my friends, what Pumps actually looked at our notes
I did.
After 10, 12 episodes of having
They're
them.
just so imposing.
There's a,
What does that mean?
No, there's so much there. The barrier to entry is
It's
mighty.
a lot.
It's mighty.
I can't believe you want me to look at notes about shows we're supposed to watch.
Ugh. So much.
It's fucking gross, dude.
a lot there.
I guess, right? The thing everybody's fucking talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mr. McMahon Netflix documentary.
I don't know. So there's other podcasts out there that I think have already kind of reviewed the entire thing, but it's so early. Not everybody's seen everything. I mean, I binged it in like 2 days.
So you finished it.
I'm on
Yeah.
episode. I just finished 3 and I'm starting 4.
So I watched 2 and then maybe a quarter of the third.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So-
the end of 3 was Montreal.
Got it. Which the beginning of okay, maybe we'll start. All right. Pablo had a good point
Yeah.
that a lot of these stories, or the subject matter per se, most wrestling fans know, right?
Yeah.
Like we get the gist. Like
Yes.
Vince, took over the territories, like that kind of thing.
There was obviously revisionist history, and Meltzer is still in Vince's pocket all these years later.
Well,
You
Wait.
think?
Yes.
I don't
No.
think that at all.
yeah, it seemed like he was actually correcting a lot of the history, like during the Andre Hogan stuff. He was like, "Oh, they
Yes.
said it was 93,000. It was
Yes,
actually like
but
78,000."
as far as like, he could have said things that he didn't.
Do
Yeah.
you think that's because Dave Meltzer realizes this is the biggest amount of people that are ever going to see him, and
Yes.
he didn't want to look like an asshole?
Yes.
Right. That's what I thought too.
As somebody who's watched the whole thing, I'll tell you, you're going to know every story. If you're a wrestling fan, you've seen it. If you're not a wrestling fan, they
I
explain it
disagree.
in a really good way.
I disagree.
So do
Well-
I, Pump. So hold on. So finish your thought, Pablo.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
What's interesting about it throughout the documentary is it is the information we know. There's no scandal that I wasn't aware of throughout the documentary. However, it was
Really?
yeah. I mean,
There was okay. All right. Try. Continue.
yeah, absolutely. I just the things that there was like some things about his origin story, if you will, right? Like of where he came from and what his early life was like. But as far as the career,
You knew about the Ring Boy scandal?
Who
Yeah.
didn't know about that?
I didn't.
dude, I mean,
I also don't know if there's ever been a women's ladder match.
Okay, that's fair.
you could supplement a lot of these stories with some stuff that's in Dark Side of the Ring. The Fabulous Moolah story is in there. The Wendy Richter thing is in there, right? Like, those are
You know what's funny is that,
Yeah, the Spider Lady and Wendy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
What?
That like there was a fucking first screw job
against Wendy Richter. Yeah,
Wendy
Yes,
Richter
yeah,
was the first televised hooking.
and that's
I
why-
didn't write. I for some reason that is, and I know what you're gonna fucking say.
well.
It's because it was a fucking women's match. But I didn't realize that happened.
What's cool about the documentary is you could supplement all of these individual episodes with like a few Dark Side of the Ring things in between it. So like if you do watch that episode, you can go and watch the Fabulous
The
Moolah
story of
Dark
the
Ring.
in-depth story of that story.
Yeah. So there's what's interesting about this is the people that they interviewed, because they get into more scandals, and these are things that you've never heard Vince or Stephanie or like, because they got everybody. They got Cody Rhodes on there. You've never heard them address.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to
directly.
those guys, but yeah, I'm excited for that.
They
Well,
go
so Cody's in the mid to end of the third, because that's when they tie in the WCW stuff. So you'll see Cody coming up.
Yeah. And he also has a nice little closer. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have to give it another watch almost, because I don't know if there's any new information. Like I said, but yeah, if you don't know about these things, the documentary is pearl clutch after pearl clutch of like, holy shit. So
Yeah,
not,
I mean, I watched it with the missus, and she was like, "What?" Like I went
Right.
back and rewatched it so I could take some notes, but I let her see it as
Yeah.
it is and tried to keep my outbursts to a minimum.
there was, yeah, they didn't, I feel like they almost even missed some things. It's like, man, did you guys
yeah, yeah.
this and this? But it is very interesting having Vince McMahon sit down and
Yes.
give that sort of interview. I think
And
was
that
most
and that's what I
compelling.
was gonna say, was that knowing what we know,
Yeah,
you dissect every fucking comment Vince fucking makes almost. Like it's almost like the Kendrick Lamar rap, where like people are like, oh my God, that bar has this layer and that layer and this layer and that layer, which is true, but people are over analyzing some things.
yeah.
And I felt like I was watching, like, every comment Vince made, I was like thinking about him being a fucking sexual deviant. Like, I don't know. Like
Oh yeah.
also we didn't, like, I didn't know that he was like crazily abused by his stepfather until he was 12. Like, right?
So I didn't know about the abuse, but I knew the father part, the stepfather part. I didn't know there was the abuse part.
Yeah, me neither, right? And so that was like, so I guess like the first thing I thought was like, most insane rapists and murderers and those kind of criminals have a really fucked up childhood, right? Like, for the most part. And I'm not giving Vince a pass whatsoever, but it makes sense a little bit now. Like, when I see or hear something like that, like, oh, the dad didn't tell him he fucking loved him till he was on his deathbed. Like,
Oh yeah, Vince Senior.
you know, I didn't know that. Like,
It was sad, right? It was sad. how
like
he's
part of that
"Oh
was
my
very
God, my dad."
sad.
Yeah, it
But
was.
do you believe it?
I don't know. That's a great question, Bumps. I want
mean,
to.
I
If-
want to.
the thing for me is that he said in the very beginning something, and I didn't go all the way back to quote it, but I did take some quotes. Something along the lines of, "I'm only going to let you see what I want you to see."
Yeah.
Yes, and he
Something
said,
along those lines.
and he said something like, "Oh, if I could tell you the real stories."
Right.
Right? Like shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this not being a WWE production, he felt it, like he looked and felt vulnerable to me.
Yeah.
Like, even though he was only giving you what he wanted to give you, he I could just, I mean, maybe this is just, but like, I could see it on him that he both loved that he wasn't going to be able to edit this as he pleased, like every other WWE production, because he's so fucking confident and cocky and, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I could tell sometimes when he would say shit, he kind of dawned on him that he's not going to have the final edit of any of this.
Well,
Does that make sense?
The reports are that he tried to buy it back.
Yes, exactly. I was going to bring that up too. He did, and I don't blame him.
Well,
Especially
this is all pre-allegations, all these interviews.
Yeah, this was 21.
Yeah. So that's the other thing is these are all pre-allegation interviews.
but he's also mad blase about like the fucking rape on the fucking women ref and shit.
I literally
Okay,
took,
yeah.
I took the quote.
Yeah.
This is the quote for
Yes.
legal reasons, Titan Media. Had it been a rape, the statute of limitations had run out. End quote.
No.
That sounds like something a fucking rapist would say.
And you're not wrong. That's what I'm saying. Shit like that, watching it, you're just going, bro. Like, but that's a guy who thinks he doesn't think he can get. He's above it all. Like he doesn't think he can.
Also, famously, you didn't see Linda since the end of like episode 1.
Yeah, Linda looked different.
Does she come back, Pablo?
Yeah, she comes back and
okay,
they have a whole episode on the family situation.
Okay.
I'll tell you, without spoiling anything, but this is they lay it all. It's all there. Like they lay it all out to like almost like court of public opinion.
Okay.
And it comes back, but I feel like this is almost a genius marketing move on the part of Netflix.
Absolutely, 1,000,000 billion %.
Because even throughout the documentary, the theme, what Vince is like in all these other court cases or anytime he's been in the hot seat, he puts it all out there. And then he's kind of like, he's almost honest, as awful as it is, right? Like he's almost very honest with the kind of warts and all of it all. And at the end of the documentary, to me, what I kind of took away was they're like, that was like, in many ways, now WWE is thriving without Vince and almost how much better the company is since he's stepped away.
Right.
Because obviously Netflix has that insanely big deal with like Raw for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, they
basically said, hey, listen,
product. Yeah.
this place was a fucking cesspool. Now on Netflix,
under our watch,
everybody's happy. Right.
Yeah.
And I think, listen, because so you finished it, but you're on 3. I'm on 2.
I'm a little bit ahead of you.
So we won't have a show next week because I'm going to be in Germany, but we'll have
all right. We're going to be in Munich.
We'll have
again.
We'll have a show the following week. And so maybe today we just talk about the first couple episodes, and then when I get back, we'll do the rest of it. So give people a chance to watch it or whatever, right? Like
yeah.
Which
I'm shocked that no one has noticed my quote. Which
hold on. That was my next thing.
From Tony Atlas.
Bro, Netflix had no idea what they were getting. When they brought Tony Atlas in.
You
that
don't know
old
wrestling business, brother.
You don't, because we all know Tony Atlas is a wild boy. Like he posts shit on the internet like, I want you to step on my cock. Like he's like a foot fetish dude. He's a wild boy.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Atlas gives no fucks.
He was wild in the whole document.
Especially in his fucking button-up shirt and his tie, which was fire.
Yes.
Sleeveless.
Yes.
But the minute they got Tony Atlas, they were like, they probably brought him in because he was part of the early shit, like the steroid scandal, which we all kind of know, right? But the minute he started talking, they were like, oh, this guy's got, Tony, I know we only brought you here for a couple days,
buddy. How much time you got, brother?
Yeah, we're going to put you up at the Ritz, dude, because you're about to be the star of this fucking documentary.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't know the Ring Boy scandal. I did. I mean, listen, I knew Pat Patterson was gay.
It is,
which doesn't have anything to do with it,
I guess.
Right? Like, do you guys believe that Pat was innocent and the other 2 guys were the ones doing the shit, or that Pat was so important to the company that he got a pass?
Look, when it's somebody who's close to you and that you work with and you have this strong relationship with, it's a very human thing. So I don't want to protect them. To want to protect somebody.
Yeah.
I get that element of it, right? Like, because you're close to somebody, you're like, no, I've worked with this person, like I've created this.
You don't want to
relationship.
believe it.
You don't want to believe it. And I've seen it happen in a lot of real life situations with a bunch of terrible things. So it's a human reaction, I feel, and in a way too, the documentary does also very much humanize Vince McMahon. But yeah, I want to say that based on other things, the Pat Patterson hitting on employees and coming on to other wrestlers aggressively, and yeah, some of that is not a very well kept secret in the world of wrestling. Like, I think some people have written it in books. There's interviews out there. There's
But to play my role on the show, devil's advocate. Do you think any of that has to do with the super amount of homophobia during that time, and things were taken like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know everybody in the industry knew that he was gay, but at the time, like, if a gay dude like touched your shoulder, dudes would be like, you're fucking hitting on me. You know what I'm saying?
No, because he was a genius. He even said it himself. He was a savant almost for wrestling. Like,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guys. I'm talking about the guys saying that he was aggressively hitting on them. Could that be misconstrued because homophobia was so rampant during that time frame? Is what I'm saying.
I feel like a lot of people. There's been so many consistent allegations against him.
All right.
That I wouldn't. I don't know, right? I don't know the reality of it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know.
Documentary. We'll never know.
Yeah,
but I mean, I know for sure that there's been, and I'm not going to like name drop anybody, but I know that there's been some WWE wrestlers that were let go from the company because they had traveling companions that were underage.
Yeah.
And that Pat Patterson and whatnot also kind of was involved within that sphere.
You guys are fucking stooges, dude.
What?
We're actually not stooges.
It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know.
I'm just kidding. No, that's terrible. No, of course.
Information.
Yeah,
but look, like I said, I think once more it's a really smart move because WWE. I mean, going to Netflix. Netflix is almost protecting their investment with this. If anything, I feel like it's kind of, if you think about it, what's weird about it, Vince, right, being like the P.T. Barnum, this like freaking creator of wrestling, almost even has to take all of that is going to fall on Vince McMahon. It's like almost the media, and now that wrestling is becoming more mainstream, they need one evil person to blame it on because Vince.
But it was in charge, bro. If it happens under your watch, like that's.
Look, Vince didn't create that culture, right? He leveraged it to his advantage, but the pro wrestling culture, like terrible things were happening within that industry for just the.
In every company, absolutely, no, yeah, without
Von
question.
Erichs didn't happen under Vince. Like, there's a lot of things that did not happen.
Without question.
He leveraged it, but that he's not the creator of this. Like I said, the top.
No, you want to be the guy. Pablo, that's a fucking great point, bro. It's like looking at the Grizzly Smith type of shit, which had nothing to do with, like, you're right. It's been a toxic environment of
it
male.
Happened on Vince's watch, though.
Grizzly Smith shit?
Grizzly Smith was a road agent for.
No, but prior to that, though, when he was working.
Oh no, yeah, he was in.
That's what I mean.
But he was in Mid-South.
My point is that it's like that kind of toxic culture just was the thing,
and it's
that was called pro wrestling.
Right.
Yeah. So in a way, is man, hold on, let me put this on the ticker.
Oh, the ticker.
Oh, I forgot about the ticker.
I gotta spell his name.
Oh yeah, I forgot my gimmick.
Yeah, so in a way, part of me
yeah, right, Pumps.
Dang it, I can't get it to ticker. Is Vince McMahon wrestling's Jesus? Did he die for all of wrestling's sins? Is he going out because he basically
that's a funny joke, but
basically he's taking all of it because once more he didn't create all of it, but he is gonna die almost on his own sword in order to secure the future.
he doesn't have any choice.
He doesn't have any choice.
He's not dying on any sword. He doesn't have a choice. He's getting.
Well,
Like you don't have a choice.
Look, if you want to get real, you're gonna tell me that Stephanie McMahon and Paul Levesque and some of these people weren't aware about some of the things happening in the WWE.
Absolutely.
But they're the corporate side of it now, right? And they
come on, bro. They made Mark Henry eat like a shit sandwich. Like it's fucking and Sonny. Like the wrestling stories are fucking bonkers.
Yeah. So
it's just that they get that shit chalked up to they're the boys. It's the locker room. Whereas Vince knows this stuff is happening and doesn't do anything about it as the owner and employer of them, and is also doing his own wild shit. Like, so yes, Vince is he doesn't have a choice but to fall on his sword, bud.
Yeah, he's being sacrificed. He is. Yes. I feel like you are sacrificing Vince McMahon and saying like, "Hey, this was the one person." But like, it's even if Vince McMahon, there's no way he could have known about all of it, right? There's no.
I mean.
It's I'm very curious for you guys to watch the rest because there's a lot of other questions about the documentary, but I definitely feel like it's a really smart, persuasive move to be like, all right, let's give it. Yes, this was awful. Look at all these fucking awful things. And it makes for really good entertainment because people love fucking like true crime-esque documentaries. It makes for awful shit. But hey, the company is past this terrible stage that this industry was in. And now we're very corporate and watch Monday Night Raw every Monday on freaking Netflix live. Right. Because this is a major investment. Because also, aside from a wrestling standpoint, it's a major risk for this studio to be doing there. This is the first time they're going to be doing live broadcasting on a streaming service. This is almost a moment in history, right? So it's a way, I think, to protect their investment.
I get 100 without question. Also,
we take the ticket. Wait, what?
That's breaking news. That's from Meltzer.
This is what we do here. This is what we do here. We're honest with the crowd. We're honest with the fucking audience, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
He said, "Wow." I got an email today, and I don't know if it's real or not, that the first WWE Netflix episode is going to be at the fucking Clippers Inuit Dome.
Here?
Yes.
Holy smokes!
Yes, the fucking the first Netflix WWE Raw have to go.
You think we would be kicked off?
It's in January.
If we sat camera side with a giant Vince McMahon head poster, do you think they would let that?
We wouldn't get it.
1,000,000%.
Well, then what? You wouldn't get anything. So I got an idea, right? We make it a Triple H head, and then you the side that is the Vince McMahon head, you put like some like black sticky tape over it, and then when you're
you get out,
once
bro.
They're live.
Bro, you can't bring any Vince fucking merch to.
But we'd be infamous. And then at the bottom we'd watch the abdominal stretch.
It's true. I
we would be fucking legends, dude. At least for 15 minutes on the internet. Here we are concocting it as evidence.
I got a
Pumps would do it.
Pumps. Do you remember when I brought to Raw a sign that said "Kayfabe is dead"?
Oh, don't get me started. No. Well, yes. Yeah. Because they took it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. But it got on fucking multiple wrestling web pages, fucking saying they couldn't believe that they let this sign in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was my fucking 5 seconds of fucking infamy.
See, you could have 5 more.
Yeah, but we're paying fucking $500 for seats that show. You know that.
Hey, man. It's marketing expense.
Yeah, we could write it off on the taxes.
Very true.
Taxes, man.
All right. What else do we got in the notes here, boys?
I
what do you
mean,
wanna-
for
what do
the
you wanna-
record, I just would like to say that I love Bret Hart.
Oh, my
yes,
God.
yes.
I do
Yes.
love Bret Hart.
Let's
Yes,
bring that. Where
there's
is that? I have
there's
that.
nothing that man says that I'm not like.
Wait,
Yep.
before he's talking about Bret Hart in the Vince documentary.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, no Raw. Get out of here.
you're not.
But before we leave the Mr. McMahon documentary, one thing, I mean, spoiler that they
You're
did
not
not,
talking about this.
not before,
Go away.
before
Go-
we talk
go.
about the fact that for some reason, out of all the fucking crazy things that they fucking put in this documentary, they failed to include do-rag Vince era. For some reason, I have no idea. It's completely missing from the documentary on the cutting room floor.
fire, bro. That's fire.
There's no do-rag Vince in the documentary. So if you're waiting to hear about the do-rag Vince dropping the N-bomb on live television, not going to hear it.
Is that still? That's still on the network? They had to edit that.
I don't know.
It was an old Raw, wasn't it? No, SmackDown. SmackDown.
Dude, he looks like he's going as Teddy Long for Halloween.
This is a Photoshop job.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's not real?
No, this was at the
Nah, you get me every time. See?
this is the TKO merger once he had the Tapatio Man mustache.
And they just put a do-rag on him?
Yeah, and they just put a do-rag on him. But he
That's an incredible Photoshop job.
it's pretty good.
That's
Sorry.
really, dude, that low-key. If I didn't realize that fucking that's Bianca Belair and fucking Montez Ford, that's a good job, dude. AI is gonna fucking kill us, bro. It's just- once they get these kind of videos to fucking move and shit, that's a wrap, dude.
Also, Hunter still swears that he's the one that decided to hook Brett. Like, stop it.
At the screw job.
Yeah, I mean that's not a major spoiler. They talk about Montreal and Hunter.
I thought they all agreed in a hotel room.
No, it was Cornette at McMahon's dining room table.
He suggested it.
Yes.
Yeah, but Hunter says that my friend Hunter,
Yeah,
says
your friend
that-
Paul.
says that he came up with the idea.
Yes.
Yeah, he said that a few times, right? If he
Yeah.
doesn't do business, we'll make him do business. I could believe that. I don't know. Why is it that far fetched?
But he could also have said that when they
He wasn't-
met, not
he
not knowing that Cornette had also suggested it. Vince could have kept that close to the vest.
But he wasn't. He was just the dude fucking his daughter. He wasn't anybody yet.
Bro, he
Well,
was Shawn
no.
Michaels' fucking best friend.
That doesn't
Yeah,
make
Shawn Michaels'
him.
best friend. He wasn't
That
even
doesn't
banging
make
stuff.
him Triple H.
No, but that puts him in the room.
That puts him in the booking room.
Yeah,
He
with
puts him in the room
Shawn,
with Shawn Michaels.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pumps, if that was me, buddy, you'd be in the booking room with me. I wouldn't leave you out fucking side. Okay?
Also, Vince McMahon dropped the N bomb on Survivor Series 2005. So we got to go check
okay.
that down on the network and see if
Okay.
that they didn't edit that or.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then the other note I had that they still try to justify that the curtain call was a good thing because they said that everybody was already in on it and kayfabe was already dead, which is factually untrue. But
It didn't happen on TV, dude.
no,
It
but-
happened in front of fucking 11,000 fucking New Yorkers.
and yet someone still recorded it.
Yeah, how do they get that camera in? The curtain call, just stop.
What? Don't say that the event that killed kayfabe wasn't a big deal.
How did that event kill kayfabe?
Because it was shortly after that when McMahon went on television and said, "We think you're better than good guys and bad guys, so we're not going to lie to you anymore."
No, you're wrong.
Yes.
You're wrong.
I'm not.
That was like a year later.
That was way later when it started the
Way
after-
later. Way later.
Okay. What was the precursor to that? The curtain call.
Because they were getting their ass kicked and they had to drop some nukes.
Right.
Bro, you can't tell me, buddy. What year did that happen? 96? 95?
It was either late 95 or early 96.
All right, so I probably stopped watching wrestling in 92 and then picked it up again in 96, 7-ish. But even at 12 years old, bro, I didn't think they were really fighting. So what did they kill? That the guys were friends?
The magic!
That the guys were friends?
No, the steroid trial had happened already at that point, and then a bunch of other stuff where McMahon was in court and they had to testify. So, in theory,
No,
the
reason he did that is because he didn't want to pay the athletic commissions anymore.
It's also true.
So this happened in '96. Actually, looks like the Click broke character at the live event in Madison Square Garden.
I like at the end of the episodes when they do like a real quick, like, Vince fucking dropped his lawsuit against, whoever and then settled when, whoever.
Oh, yeah,
also,
when they lifted the statute of limitations. Yeah, weird.
Settled with everybody.
I'm not giving the guy a pass. But even though I know the stories, it's still fun to watch Schultz fucking sock up that fucking reporter. And fucking Hogan choke out Richard Belzer on national television.
Dude,
I forgot how hard Belzer hit his head.
Bro, old boy got up. He was bloody in the back of his head. He was like, hell, we're going to go to a commercial.
That was just the way he fell and just like how he's looking
Yeah.
and clapping him. It's just like, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
That was fire.
That was crazy. In my opinion, that was crazier than Schultz slapping the reporter.
Bro, Schultz fucking slapped him a couple times, dude. Do they ever talk about Vader in Iraq?
Because you protect
Or
the
Saudi Arabia?
business.
I know, bro, but yeah, you're right. There was also showing pay-per-views where you had to go to like a fucking arena and sit with people. It was 1988 or 86 and 1994 are very different.
Yeah, because look who was your champion. The worst drawing champion of all time.
I will not let you sit here and besmirch the good goddamn name of Kevin Nash.
The shoe fits.
All right. Also, real quick, within the first couple episodes, I noted down that Hulk Hogan still tries to say that he didn't know if Andre was going to kick out or not, which is so ridiculous. Like, Vince was going to fucking go into a 93,000 person and not know the finish.
Dude, fucking Hogan pisses me off in this documentary so much. Like, there's so many moments where you're just like, shut the fuck up, Hulk Hogan.
This isn't even in the doc, but we haven't been around to talk about it. Where he's like, listen, brother, if they forgave Chris Benoit,
No.
they could forgive me.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Who has forgiven Chris Benoit?
Yeah, I got it. That was on the Impulsive podcast. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's not. Oh, here we go. What? There it is. Wrestling fans are very forgiving. If Chris Benoit can do the crap that he did, I like how he's like the crap that he did,
Yeah, like
and the fans still
Like he
love
did-
it.
A little double murder.
like he did a burglary.
They're very forgiving. I've made some mistakes in my personal life. They forgive you via the Impulsive podcast.
Two gigantic pieces of shit telling lies to us.
Bro, the fact that Hogan, in some sort of way, put Chris Benoit's suicide, whatever the fuck that's called, murder homicide, on par with him dropping an N-bomb.
Well, he's saying it's worse, and they forgave him. So,
I just did a little casual racism, brother.
yeah.
I just
Bro.
didn't want my daughter dating the blacks.
Dude,
I'm feeling it, buddy.
didn't on that same show he say that he never used his creative control?
Dude, he says so much stupid stuff in the Vince McMahon documentary.
That
But
doesn't work for me, brother.
Also, you realize he is kind of an idiot. He was like, everything he would say during the height of his popularity were things that Vince literally fed to him almost line by
Yeah,
line.
but you still got to do it.
Yeah, but he's like the one time I kind of go against Vince's advice.
When he went on fucking Arsenio, yeah, like an fucking idiot. Also, I didn't realize, also, Terry was a stand-up guy for Vince in court. He could have easily rolled on him. And he didn't.
Because he got his immunity.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Do you believe it?
He said it.
And he also said that fucking... Come on. All of a sudden, now you want to take Hulk Hogan's word?
I believe.
Bro, right now you're red-pilled up going, fucking the news is fake unless they agree with what I think.
No. No, this is the same man that said Terry Bollea and Hulk Hogan have 2 different sized penises.
Yeah, you don't believe
I
that.
understand the
But
source.
all of a sudden you believe that he got immunity?
He was the star witness.
And there's no way...
When has old Tear Bear ever done anyone a solid?
So he was the star witness and then didn't do what the fucking federal government said and then just got to walk away and go, got one over on him.
Well, he wasn't on trial. Like, you can't get arrested for having used steroids.
It wasn't that. They tried to portray that fucking they had something on him, and that's why they were like, dude, we need you to roll over on Vince. We want Vince, and if you don't do what we say you're going to do, we're going to fucking come after you. And then he goes on the
Terry
fucking...
McDivitt wasn't telling Terry what to do?
Bro, if the
Or
federal
someone
government...
at Turner?
If the federal government says, we're going to give you X, Y, and Z, but you have to say A, B, C... and then you don't do it, they don't just go, goddamn, got one over on us. Like, bro, you're gonna get arrested.
For what?
For whatever they had on him.
I don't think they had anything on him.
Yeah,
I think he had
stooges, dude. You two are stooges.
I think he had good enough lawyers at some point, because what he said was, I told them everything they wanted to hear when they were like questioning me, and he's like, I'll say whatever you guys want me to say. But
And they didn't do it.
And he didn't do it. But that's
got to be a clause in the immunity contract, bro.
No, but I feel
Hey,
like
say what we want or you're fucked. That's witness tampering.
no, it is witness tampering. But then he
All
also
of a sudden, you guys are fucking lawyers.
look. He had good lawyers.
I didn't pass
All of a
the bar,
sudden,
but I know a little bit.
all of a sudden, I'm doing a show with a bunch of Clarence Masons.
I feel like he was well advised and prepped for that position. So
Ted Turner is not going to let his investment go to fucking prison.
yeah, it's true. He had that Ted Turner.
Now you're going down conspiracy rabbit holes, bro.
I agree with Pumps. I don't.
We've never done that before.
Hogan is the ultimate revisionist of his own history.
That's why I don't believe that he had some fucking immunity type shit and
No, I
then just
don't-
went against the federal government.
I don't think they had anything on him at all. I think they were just like, "Do you want to
Then
testify?"
why would he need immunity?
I don't think he needed immunity. I think he just said that
Pumps
shit.
thinks so.
No, I don't think he. I don't think.
Hulk,
He
Either way.
fucking Fox Hulk News said so.
I don't,
Only one of us has played Fox News clips on this show, brother. And I don't have the access to do that.
I didn't come here as Hulk Hogan.
I didn't come here for chops and chopsticks, brother.
All right. Since you brought up Bret Hart, this happened while we were off.
mm-hmm.
Hysterical.
And the world
Was
kept
fine.
on spinning.
Hysterical. If you didn't see this, which I'm sure you guys did, but we have to talk about it because this is our new way we're fucking working the show. We're just bringing up things. Gunter said that Goldberg was his favorite wrestler.
Dude.
Bro, Gunter is low-key an incredible heel.
Yeah.
He's getting funnier. He's getting, like, he's just, his deadpan, like, shit-talking is very, like, when he called Randy Orton, like, a piece of trash, and he called somebody else, like, a fucking preemie baby. Like, they're not even good jokes. But the way he delivers them, it just fucking works, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because he's, you know, foreign or whatever, but it's like calling somebody a dummy, which is like a third grade fucking diss, but it's just funny. Like, shut up, dummy. Like, I don't know. It makes me laugh.
His delivery of that line was so well done. The way he like set it up and then just freaking hit you with the My number one favorite wrestler is Bill Goldberg. That's like one of the biggest reactions I've had by myself watching wrestling in forever. Where I'm like, oh, not to his face.
Now, to peel the banana, does the WWE do this because they have zero interest in Goldberg ever again because Vince is gone and they realize he's useless?
I don't think Goldberg gives a shit.
Bums?
I don't. I mean, I don't think Hunter was ever a Goldberg guy. So yeah, I mean, who cares?
Right, but I think if you want to peel the banana, Goldberg is kind of
Isn't that the peel bananas? Peel bananas. Right? You know what they do? The whole thing?
BANANAS. Bumps is like, it's fucking 11:30.
Peel that banana.
Because Goldberg has quietly said that he wants like a retirement match, right?
You can get it at AEW.
I'm sure
Right.
Tony Khan will give it to him.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if you're the WWE and you realize that you're never going to want to work with him again, and is he in the Hall of Fame?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is?
Is he in twice or just the once?
What would he be in second time for?
Well, that's what I was working out in my brain.
One time.
Yeah, is he in, though?
Yeah, I think that's when he came back, right?
Okay. Well, if he's in, then they're like, we have no interest in Goldberg, but we may want to work with Brett more. So we're going to do this bit that's a very inside baseball, but hysterical if you follow Bret Hart in any capacity on social media. It was great. It was fantastic.
If I ever have a chance or the honor or the privilege to interview Bret Hart on camera, I probably will exclusively talk to him about Bill Goldberg. Everybody shies away from it, but I'm like, let's deep dive into this shit. How much do you really hate this motherfucker?
And Seth Rollins. Talk to him about Seth Rollins.
He doesn't like Seth Rollins either?
No.
Why?
Because Seth Rollins put Sting out.
Oh man, let's just.
That was an accident, dude.
That's my new podcast, y'all. I'm gonna be hate watching shit with Bret Hart. Hate watching with Bret.
I mean, those tweets are out there after Sting took that buckle bomb, and that was a wrap. Like,
there was a time there where Seth was getting a bad rap, right? Because he was in the match that injured Finn.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, bro. I think Seth's fucking incredible. When all's said and done, I think Seth is going to be. He's going down in the top 15 ever.
Did you see him fall onto the field at the Bears game?
Yes, it was hysterical.
Yeah.
I feel like Seth Rollins is the type of dude that as soon as Bret Hart was like talking all that shit about how unsafe he is, he probably legitimately cried himself to sleep that night. So
probably.
I don't know. I kind of see Seth as the modern Macho Man, to be honest with you.
A little bit.
What?
In terms of work rate, flamboyancy, you know what I mean? Like he can talk. Like obviously, you know what I'm saying. Like if you take a modern version of that, I think you can. I mean, how do you not see that?
The promos.
Yeah, but
when has Seth Rollins ever talked you into a building?
When has Will Ospreay ever talked you into a building?
Holy shit.
He doesn't need to. I already know what.
Neither does Seth fucking Rollins.
Actually, he does, because there's not enough substance there. But
bro, from somebody that wore teddy bear shoes, I can't believe you're not respecting Seth Rollins' fucking entrance gear.
Just because he steals my gimmick? Why do I have to respect? And he's a Bears fan. What the fuck does he know?
He's not from Chicago.
No, he's from fucking Illinois or Iowa.
He's Iowa.
Oh yeah.
All right. I think we all watched this.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Shocker. Nate came in his pants.
I did a little. Don't shame me for it.
No, I'm not kink shaming you.
All right, why don't you guys give your thoughts on it, and then I'll give you mine.
I'll let Pumps lead on this one. I have feelings and thoughts about it.
It's as a production, fantastic. Their production is second to none. I'm not going to take that away from them.
Correct.
As a vehicle to tell a story, I think they could have done more. Cody could have gone a lot harder. If you are trying to portray Roman as the man with absolutely nothing to lose,
right,
then attack him on that. Don't just use some throwaway lines about Atlanta.
I think that they okay. That's
And it's
valid.
It's hard to make Roman the sympathetic underdog babyface.
You are 100% correct. I thought,
But damn it, they're gonna try.
I thought that they were protecting Cody's babyfaceness.
Are they? I feel like Cody kind of punked him.
He had that one. He had the one fucking, this is your stadium, but this is my fucking home, or whatever the fuck he said. It was fire, right? I know we've had the fucking boneyard cinematic Undertaker shit, right?
Yeah.
We've had we have promos that have happened. Undertaker used to do shit in a graveyard. Austin would do when he threw the belt off of fucking the river, the Intercontinental belt when he was feuding with Rock. Like the APA used to go to real bars and fuck shit up, right?
Yeah,
So
and then Timmy White would kill himself with a shotgun.
Yeah, and then get a new car out of it, or get new TVs out of it and shit. That's a great fucking. That's good. So it's not new. Dusty Rhodes got his leg broken in a parking lot. Whatever. It's not new for wrestling to do promos or stunts things to move along an angle. Right? But this, because it was portrayed as almost a television segment, like you could have seen this on some sort of drama on HBO, like it was edited in a way and shot in a way with it felt different, like, because I don't know if them doing this in the ring means as much. And that's the classic way to do it, right? So if they did this exact same thing, but they each had their fucking entrance music and the pyro, and they get in the ring and they fucking do this bit, this got me low-key more pumped up for this tag match, even though I shouldn't be, because there's no way they lose. I mean, I want to see Jacob Fatu get in there and then the Bloodline get a little bit of rub, right? So they'll get some heat on them, but there's no way they lose. But
what, Cody and Roman?
Yeah.
No, they need to lose. What are you talking about?
I don't think they lose. Absolutely not.
They need to.
No.
If this is the route you're going, if this is the Roman revenge tour, he still hasn't hit bottom.
I see what you're saying.
They got
who do you pin? You can't pin Roman. You're gonna pin Roman his first match back?
You don't pin the champion.
That's what I'm saying.
You pin Roman, and that is his bottom. He solo pins Roman.
It's kind of a fire idea.
Or they get disqualified.
I hope it's not a schmaz.
Like, could be. Could be.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Because that's such a weird question. It's like, which one of them takes the pin?
Right. Because it's Roman's. Anyway, aside from the match, whatever. Bad Blood's going to be cool. It's fun to know what's going to happen. Or not know what's going to happen, should I say. But this was very cool, I thought. Yeah. And it was not out of place, but it kind of, I think it took people by surprise when it dropped, right? Like, and that they would do something like a 6-minute fucking thing like this.
Yeah.
I really, really liked it. I hope they don't overdo it.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what it costs to turn the lights on at Georgia Tech, but it can't be cheap.
What I'm saying is I hope they don't overdo producing vignettes and promos like this for like mid-carders.
Oh, no, you wouldn't do this
right. That's what I'm saying. I hope they don't take that everybody loved this so much and go, we're going to do that twice an episode.
They might.
Well,
They might. That's why. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, I mean the reason they could do those on location shots back in the day was because 2/3 of it was in Vince's yard.
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like when it's something like this, I mean,
That's a full production.
right? Yeah, and there's drones. And, yeah. So I mean, and there's legit cinema cameras, and I mean, yeah. I mean, this
And
isn't something
I
you
guess
do
Paul
for...
Heyman. I guess Paul Heyman directed it. He said.
Yeah, again, as a production, I don't have anything negative.
Yeah, no. Of course, you can't. That's without saying. I'm just saying, Roman is so fucking. Ah, goddamn, I'm gonna ride his nuts again. It's just,
Oh my.
he's so good, dude. He's so good. He's so good.
It's really hard to believe that he's the downtrodden, beaten man with nothing left.
No, I don't think he's.
It is if you think about his family has turned on him. That hurts a man. That
No.
breaks a man.
I don't think he
The
is. And
family that we didn't know about till 8 months ago. Stop it.
Bro,
Yeah,
the bloodline shit's been going on for like 2.5 years.
With Jimmy and Jay.
That's what he mentioned. He mentioned fucking Jimmy, and they took the Ulafala and his wise man, who's been with him since it happened. That's his family, dog.
Okay.
I don't think he's meant to be sympathetic.
I know without my family, dog.
Yeah. I think that's all bullshit. I think he's still a heel. I think he very much said that. He's like, I haven't changed. I'm still the same Roman Reigns. Like,
He's Austin heel,
like when he
dude.
said that.
He's Austin heel. Austin was like, don't trust anybody. I'm going to fuck up everybody in my path. And they were like, yep, that's our guy. It's the same difference.
Until he has
Cody
a
is Cena, or Cody is Cena, and Roman is Austin.
a little bit different.
It's
That's
a modern version.
A little bit different. I wouldn't say Cody's Cena. Cody's better than Cena in a lot of ways.
I agree. Totally agree. Totally
But
agree.
also the way he
I mean, in
presents
terms of
himself-
like epic baby face, I don't see Cody going heel. Ever.
No, I don't see him going heel. And a lot of people are talking about that, but that'd be the dumbest thing ever. He's like your number one merch seller. The dude literally just broke records for being like one of the top 3 sellers in all of sports or something.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be very, very silly to turn him heel. I don't think they're going to do that at all. I think Roman is going to stay as heel, or Roman's going to get some sort of redemption story, and then he'll be like a special attraction, right? Not.
I mean, bro, we got War Games coming up, and it has to be Evil Bloodline versus Roman's squad, right? The Roman Rangers.
We already had Blood and Guts. I was there.
All right.
Wait, I got to tell you
Yeah.
what I hated about this fucking promo, actually.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Because everything was good from a production standpoint, sound standpoint, all this. That fucking entrance and exit music was so stupid. The I am the storm, I am the storm. I was like, geez, please fucking no on this music.
Yeah,
I agree.
It was so bad.
I wanted
that-
to like it, and all I kept thinking, did Metro Boomin produce it? Is that an Atlanta? Is that an Atlanta act? Like if that's if that's the case, I could get behind that. Because also, isn't Cody going to come out with some fucking marching band at the show?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. But that fucking music that they picked
It
for that
wasn't good.
vignette
It
was
wasn't
not good. So
You're
that
right. It wasn't
happened.
good.
Whoever, Paul, if you directed it on the fucking editing room floor, y'all should have been like,
But that
No.
could have been like, hey, you've got to use this. We've
Yeah,
we
to it.
we bought the rights to this. Now
We've
use it.
committed to it. Yeah.
And the other thing, there was points in it that was really good, but some of the fucking dialogue still did not hit for me. And the
Oh, I loved every
the
minute.
fucking line that everybody is praising, where he's like, "You're in my way, you're in my way in life." I wanted to be just fucking.
I loved it.
no.
I loved it. I'm a nerd, dude. I loved it. I was
was-
I was fucking for everything.
No,
I was for the Roman fucking twitches.
What's the question? Here we go. Here's what's your question? Is this cinema? The answer is no.
The answer is absolutely.
I'll tell you why it's not cinema, because the way you tell stories, and I wish people in wrestling would have known this more. The way you tell stories in cinema is sometimes you leave the unsaid. What's interesting about cinema is you can get close. You have the most voyeuristic sort of insight into a character their psychology, their feelings through natural emoting, through camera angles, not from them directly telling the fucking audience their feelings and
I
emotions.
don't know. I think if they keep this kind of shit going for this, if they do more of these for this feud, then you can string it together and tell a fucking amazing edited story for a package to Limp Bizkit's fucking My Way.
Yeah, hey, I'm not opposed. I wish they would have fucking used my look. Oh my god,
that one woke pumps up.
I'd lose my mind if they did that.
Oh my god! On Saturday night's main event,
there's just room for an improvement if they keep doing this, but sometimes some things need to be left unsaid. You could say you're in my way and still get across the feeling and the thought process of you're in my way in life without directly saying that line. And there's a few things that it's like less is
right,
more.
I can agree with that.
And that's what makes it more cinema. This was shot cinematically, but it's not cinema level storytelling yet. In my opinion.
Fair enough. I don't think any one of us has been caught up on AEW, which isn't a shocker. We will bring up this though. This is a thing, right?
Yeah.
It's pay-per-views are going to start in January.
Have they officially announced it though?
I don't know if this is.
I saw details, and I mean, I don't know where you get that from. I really have to go pee. Just give me a.
Oh my gosh!
Just
every episode.
stop.
At least wait till the women's
hour
segment.
and 4. No, I did on purpose. I didn't go pee during the fucking women's segment because that's what you expected, and this is cinematic.
When did we do the women's segment?
We're gonna do it when we talk about your match. You know what?
Wow.
We'll change it. We'll change it to that right fucking now.
Okay.
I have to use the.
Go.
Just go. I'll tell you now. In looking this up, I don't think they've officially announced this yet. I think this is just a strong.
Yeah.
Leak. I'm not doubting that this is going to happen, but actually, in googling this, AEW, you can watch AEW All Access. Oh, that was a reality.
That was the TBS Cody Rhodes project.
Oh,
thing.
you can watch that with the Cody Rhodes thing and everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it was Britt Baker, it was Sammy, it was Ty Conti. It was like their Real Housewives of AEW.
Because they're total divas. Just say it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, man. I'm gonna go back and watch those because I never watched it because I just always missed it or didn't DVR it. But that's interesting that's the first thing on HBO Max. I think it's gonna happen. I just don't think they've officially said. But yeah, there's even saying AEW content surfaces on a Max streaming platform. So and firsthand,
but that's been there for a while. That's not new.
I think this was one in July, I guess. Yeah. But at Comic-Con, Tony Khan was at every Viacom partnered thing. You can tell he was kissing the ring.
Wasn't he on Pat McAfee or somebody wearing? No, it was Barstool. He was doing a Barstool interview with a HBO Max hat.
Oh yeah, he's fucking dog whistling his own shit. But yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's giving and putting it out there. So I think it will end up happening. It would make a lot of sense. And I'll tell you, it'd be so freaking good for their product to make it more.
I mean, they'd get some fucking eyeballs.
Yeah, they definitely need to. So, all right, I hope it happens. But yeah, I don't know. This is not an official announcement yet. So nobody quote us on this.
Or do, and if it happens, hooray.
Back to the ticker, though. But is Vince McMahon...
Well, I mean, he would have to die first, right?
Actually,
and be resurrected?
Technically dying.
We're back.
I will say, well, you're back. We've been here, man.
Bro, it was like fucking 2 minutes.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
I'm curious, after you guys watched the McMahon documentary too, if you also gives you a little perspective into the Shane McMahon, Tony Khan infamous photo that's been circulating.
Wow.
Did you see the Young Bucks photo from today?
No.
I haven't got. See, here's the problem. We're only talking about the first couple episodes, guys.
Yeah, I know.
I want to get into all of this.
It ties into.
Well, then you shouldn't go to Germany.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Young Bucks posted something with Shane O'Mac. Look at that. Oh. Oh, yeah. This is crazy, man. Crazy, man. Crazy.
All right. What's next in the notes here? Because we are coming up on an hour and 45 minutes, and this is long.
But we're gonna chop it up.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I know, but I'm thinking about you, dude. It's almost midnight where you're at.
You don't want to see the Young Bucks photo?
But if you're going to connect it to the fucking Vince doc that we're going to talk about, which we have only talked about the first 2 episodes, which Shane isn't really in.
We're connecting.
I don't understand.
AEW Max deal, man.
Okay, all right.
That's what this is. This is I think this could very well happen. Well, after watching the McMahon,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I know how you're going to connect these dots, and
this is breaking news, dude. Look at this.
I thought you wanted structure, Pablo. For fuck's sake!
So, breaking here.
This isn't breaking.
This is breaking shit. Wow.
I mean, the photo is from today.
That's true. Let me look at these notes here. We're going to try to stick with your fucking idea here, Pablo. Let's
well,
move it along.
I see something in the notes about Velveteen Dream.
Listen,
Not true.
I don't know what to tell you, but I think if we can forgive Chris Benoit for all the crap he did, it's time to bring back the Velveteen Dream.
It's really not.
I think, unfortunately,
What did he do exactly? And don't. What did he do?
What?
I don't want allegedlys. I want convictions.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to be held liable, so.
So he's been convicted of nothing.
Well, I can tell you one of the.
He's been accused of things.
Yeah, he has been. He has been convicted of nothing. You're right. And
He
Let's bring back the
forcefully
dream
removed from a Gold's Gym.
for being shredded.
I believe he bit someone's ass.
little ass.
I
bite?
mean, you've never been to a Gold's Gym, then?
I haven't actually.
I mean, that's
Clearly.
that's what, that's it. That's
no,
the reason the Velveteen Dream is not on television.
No, he had inappropriate contact with minors.
I know, but
He sent nude photographs and suggested photos to younger aspiring wrestlers and wrestling fans.
But if we
Allegedly.
can forgive Benoit,
I mean, listen, Benoit did some crap.
I don't know this. I don't think he's been convicted, but I don't think there's any allegedness about it. I think this was all in the digital space.
Did he come out and apologize and all that kind of stuff?
He was on Chris Van Vliet and kind of I don't know if he owned it, but he did deny.
he's a changed man now.
He used the Shaggy defense, I think.
Wasn't me.
Yeah. And the other thing is there's an infamous story about from Ethan Carter, EC3, talking about how he had like a camera in his bathroom.
Johnny California, the fourth man of the NWO, baby.
Dog, yeah. Johnny California he's our wise man. Johnny California is a wise man, bro.
He did.
Johnny California is fucking. Come on, have we seen this tape or is this just some shit people say?
No, this is just what EC3
I don't
is.
know if you looked for the tape of EC3 pissing.
Then how do we know it's fucking real?
I think it was a bunch of people, but then also he did talk about how everybody.
Look at this guy. He's a fucking superstar. Let's bring up Velveteen Dream was the shit.
You could plug anybody into this character if you
want. No way, bro. Velveteen Dream was a fucking star in the making, dude.
Well, then he probably shouldn't have done those things.
Allegedly. I don't listen.
Yeah, maybe he should have been a little smarter when
I'm not saying he didn't do some wrong things, but he was young, and let's bring the guy back. If Chris Benoit can do all the crap that he did,
we didn't bring Chris
and we
Benoit
still
back.
forgive him. and we can still forgive him. I feel like Velveteen Dream needs another shot.
The WWE just needs to get as far away from Hulk Hogan as possible, I would say.
Did you see when Velveteen Dream dressed up as NWO Hulk Hogan? God damn. Bro, his fucking outfits were flames, dude. They were fucking awesome. All right. Go to Velveteen. WWE is scrolling back on house shows. How do we I mean that had to happen, right?
No. Why would it have to happen? You're working them too much, dude. You don't want to, you know what I mean? Like with all these TV deals and shit, they don't need to be on the road that much.
I agree. I think it drastically increases on the wrestlers that are getting hurt.
Especially when your competition is like, yo, you got to work twice a week.
Yeah.
And nobody gives a shit about us, so we don't have press events.
And you're getting a lot of money and not working much.
But as someone from a small town who went to a lot of house shows as a kid,
I agree with this.
That is how and it's a drastically different entry point into those shows.
Yeah.
I mean,
and this is why I understand it, but I'm bummed because some of the funnest, I've been to, just like you guys, I've probably been to 50 wrestling events. The house shows were the funnest ones.
Yeah. Because they're
without question.
Indie style.
And they're wrestling, especially when you sit close. Like, I will never forget, I went to a house show at Staples Center, and I was probably 15 rows back on the floor. And Miz was like, this was probably 2014, 2015. So Miz was at the height of his reality show and, being like a prick that nobody likes or whatever. And I fucking yelled, go back to Silver Lake, Miz, which is a really inside baseball LA joke to make fun of like hipsters, like gentrification. And he fucking turned around to me. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
That was Ridge Holland. He turned around to me. And he said, that's exactly where I'm going to go. Or like some shit like that. And it was just, that never would have happened if it was a televised event. And it, they talk to the crowd more. I think house shows are amazing. And for Pumps' point, I think it sucks that smaller places are not going to get a chance to enjoy what that is. Like when, like I know my cousin and I took his kid, to a house show, and it was, super fun, like waiting after the show because they have like a 6-man, like that, because they tape them, but they don't put them on. I don't know. It was house shows are awesome, but I understand from a worker standpoint not wanting to be on the road 5 days a week as opposed to 3 or whatever. You know what I mean? They're still going to run 200 fucking dates. I mean, that's a lot.
I got to tell you, I lived in Silver Lake. But
the Silver Lake Lakers, is that why they're the Lakers?
Maybe. See, there's 2 lakes already in LA, man. You're just building on my point. Big Bear Lake, Silver Lake. Isn't Echo Park technically don't they have a man-made lake there?
Yeah, MacArthur Park. Yeah,
MacArthur Park's a man-made lake. Look, what people don't realize is sometimes TV events are awkward as hell. Unless it's a premium live event, the commercial breaks, unless it's in the middle of a match, like if somebody comes out before the commercial break, like entrance music, and then they start a promo when they come back from commercial, sometimes that person just stands there, they drop the lights. Like there's like a weird.
They put the music on. They put the music on again, like once, like the cameras come back. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and some of those events can get a little awkward. I agree with Pumps. It's like it was cool. The live events are more interactive. They're a little bit more fun and engaging with the fans. Whereas in TV events, you're like one side is there's fans, but there's still like a whole camera crew and shit set up there. You're not truly surrounded. So it is the end of an era.
If you paid all that money to go to that SmackDown with that Roman and Cody promo, that's only a 2-hour show. You paid a lot of money to watch 15 to 20 minutes of the whole show on a TV screen.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're protecting their talent too. Like, right?
Yeah.
You're protecting your quarterbacks, your big players because you were going to
Fucking
be.
Pumps is like, everybody needs to work all the time.
No. What I'm saying is they're not protecting the talent. If they were doing that, they'd give them fucking health care and make them
They're not protecting
employees.
that much. They're
So they're
protecting.
not
You're a piece of
protecting
shit,
the
Pablo.
talent.
You're a piece of shit. You don't think the wrestlers deserve health care. I
No,
can't
no.
believe you said that on the show.
I'm not shitting on Pablo. I'm just saying let's not fucking brush over the last 80 years of mistreatment that these people have
Yeah, what's-
suffered.
No,
So
let's
take
brush
this
it.
man
Brush
documentary
it.
Came out.
Brush it.
What I'm
Brush
saying is they are solely looking at this from a hey, we can save $200,000 a year or whatever it is.
Much more than that, but yes.
The fact that hey, Finn Balor's not going to blow out an MCL,
right
never
in
crossed
front of
them.
fucking Tuscaloosa.
Never crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Von Braun Center.
Right.
No.
Hey, I also lived in Tuscaloosa. Sorry, kid.
Well, the Von Braun Center's in Huntsville, so
Oh,
there's
you
that.
know,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just can't believe that Pablo Romero Estevez of the Deeper Issues Nerdcast doesn't think professional wrestlers should have health insurance. That's crazy.
And the Illuminati.
That's crazy. Futurely of the Illuminati. That's just,
Right.
That's a wild statement that happened 1 hour and 55 minutes and like 30 seconds into the show. If you want to clip it,
Look, dude, if they can't fight for their own fucking health insurance, if they
Well,
can't,
they famously tried to unionize, and Hogan stooged them off.
yeah, but it was one of the boys. And the McMahon documentary said nobody would have listened to Jesse anyways.
nobody would have listened to Jesse, brother.
Yeah.
So that's their own fucking
Yeah,
fault. Man.
famously, the former governor of Minnesota was never able to rally a group of people in his direction. Yeah, you're right.
But still, to this day, why the fuck aren't they on strike?
If
Who's
Jesse
organizing
Ventura
it?
wasn't in Running Man and Predator, he wouldn't be able to rally me. But since he was,
I disagree. But
Look, they can't fight for their own health insurance. I do think they deserve it. But
like
if you
physically
can't
fight, they should fight each other.
No,
Like
they
the
just
winner gets
fucking-
health insurance. That'd be a
just-
wild fucking rumble.
Just
yeah,
organize.
much like
Health
in the Running
insurance,
Man.
health insurance on a pole match.
Yeah.
health-
I like it.
That's crazy. And if you're a guy who has a spouse on the roster, like she gets it too, so like they're interfering. That's fucking brilliant.
There you go, man. I'd pay that money for that.
That's a pay-per-view. So I've ever seen one. The health insurance pay-per-view where it's like brawl for all, but it's just real.
Yeah,
The Blue Cross body.
yeah. It'd just be a Royal Rumble. Just fucking Royal Rumble it to where,
But for real.
yeah.
Like a real fighting. But
The Blue
everybody's in there at
Cross
once.
battle, Last person standing gets health care.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
The Super Kaiser kick is gonna be flames. Okay, before we talk about the match of the week that is in Pump's corner this week, Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. This was my match of the week. Anyways, I don't know.
Were we all
Well, it's not your
surprised?
segment.
Were we all surprised?
Yes.
Very, right?
Yeah. Surprised as hell, actually. Didn't think
I
they were
thought
gonna-
this was awesome.
Of course you did.
But not because it was Jey Uso. I think it was awesome because I have stated on this show multiple times that I don't like all the belts to have these fucking 9-month runs. I think some of them should have that, but other belts, it should be, kind of like the Attitude Era. Like, I'm not saying they should drop them every fucking third week, but like, there should be some sort of, a title could change hands.
Yeah. At a Raw, anytime.
And for the last couple years, it never really felt like that. It only felt like that because we wanted to talk ourselves into it. Like, hey, man, what if they fucking did this? And then you're like, armchair booking. And then, of course, the fucking champion would continue to win. But I thought this was neat. And anybody shitting on it, they're like, oh, fucking Braun Breaker. They're just burying him like he was the champion for fucking 55 days. It's like, dude,
No,
Braun
it's
Breaker
fine.
is like fucking 25, dude.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
And Braun Breaker's gonna be just fine. Like, you can chalk this up to the KG vet beating the young fucking stud. Like, like anybody bitching about this should not watch wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think this is awesome because I've stated many times on this show that
Good boy.
that I have a disdain for Braun Breaker's facial hair. And I just can't fucking stand it. He doesn't deserve that IC title with the fucking stupid shave job that he does on his top lip.
And you have an absolute love affair with main event Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso.
Yeah, I wouldn't say absolute love affair.
But, buddy, you are on this show multiple times saying that Jey Uso should be winning championships.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I still stick by that. But I mean, also just
World championships?
He said that. That was his pick. When we had the fucking thing, there was like everyone pick a guy, and he said that he could see Jey Uso winning a world title.
I could see him winning a world title still.
Never.
In Impact?
Never in WWE.
No,
never.
I could still that world championship that Gunther's wearing. You don't think Jey Uso
never.
could wear
Not
that?
a chance. Nope.
I disagree. I think that it's a very natural progression for his character. That dude is a top merch seller. He's got the entire
Bro,
crowd.
it took him
fucking bopping
15
along with him.
years. It took him 15 years to win the IC belt.
Yeah, but I think he could easily be the world
And
champion.
here's my
Nobody
conspiracy
bat an eye
theory.
at it.
Here's my conspiracy theory. Jimmy is not coming back.
Yeah, Rikishi tweeted like pray for Jimmy or something, right?
I think Jimmy's got some problems, dude. And he is not.
Drunk?
Yes. He's the one that's had like 2 or 3 DUIs. That's Naomi's husband. And I there's something wrong with Jimmy. And
Yikes.
I think that they are scrapping the Usos' return together. That's why the War Games thing to me is like very interesting, because without Jimmy, is Roman's team then going to be, KO and Orton? And
They've got Hikuleo.
do you think Hikuleo debuts at Bad Blood?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Oh man.
But anyway, I think they gave this to Jay because the other plans
Because your
were
brother's
scrapped.
dying.
Yeah, because the other plans were scrapped and the crowd was really, like the fans really, really wanted it. And I think they're having to pivot from the
'cause
Usos. getting back-
famously, WWE gives you what you want.
Yeah.
This is a new era,
Right.
Pumps. This is
Right. Right.
how have they not given people what they want?
I'm just saying, as a general statement.
You're correct. They always, but I think this is a new time.
I think they gave this to Jay because I'll just tell you. Actually, I'll show you.
I was gonna say, I thought you had a.
Look at this fucking facial hair, man. Let's just take a moment, just observe this bullshit happening on this.
I like that Pumps' face is looking at him.
Look, like all of it. Like let's just take all of this in. Who looked at Braun Breaker, or when did Braun Breaker was he like shaving? He's like, yeah, this is it. This is the fucking look, right here.
I'm not gonna lie. A strict goatee in 2024 is hard to pull off.
It's fucking.
It is. I get it. Like, just a regular like 90s goatee is tough.
Yeah, I can't get behind this. I just can't do it. He also has the weird 90s Goldberg-esque tattoo.
He does. I don't understand that.
The whole aesthetic is off, man. They need to help. Somebody needs to fucking help this guy out. Get the fucking, somebody, just please, somebody help him out. He needs a good woman in his life or some shit. Teach him how to dress. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Braun Breaker, but his whole style just doesn't work for me.
Listen, since we're talking about it, this is an audible right now.
Oh no. Audible,
This old
2
boy
hours
is
and 5
crushing
minutes
it.
in.
Yeah.
This old boy is absolutely crushing it.
See, take a note, Ron.
Brian Pillman Jr. Look at that fucking facial hair and haircut.
So that
dude.
facial hair, perfectly acceptable.
It is
Braun Breaker.
I agree.
Okay.
This Lexus King,
Yeah, you go.
let's go. Lexus King is the abdominal stretch wrestler's facial hair of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been for months, but yeah, I won't dispute that.
This is a character. This works. Right? The Braun Breaker Goldberg tattoo and weird goatee. This is money. I agree.
Brian Pillman, Lexus King is doing a better job of being Brian Pillman than Braun Breaker is of being Goldberg.
Yeah.
Okay. Pablo, I believe that you had mentioned, and I kind of cut you off, that your match of the week was Jay and Braun. Yeah, I get it.
That's fine. I mean, like, because it was because of the surprise element to it. Once more, none of us thought they were going to pull that trigger. I thought Braun Breaker, they're going to be like, no, they're going to fucking beat this dude up. I was very happy with that title switching.
I liked it. Pumps asked us to watch a match this week.
Yeah,
which I didn't do. I've let Jim down. I've let Jimmy down once again.
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry, Mama Pumps. I told you I'd protect your boy at his wedding. Well, I've let him down again.
Let's go to the fact that we were picking a match of the week every week, but Pumps was refusing to actually pick a match of the week.
I just won't be able to participate.
No, you are going to participate because it's any match we watch this week.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be contemporary. We just know that Pumps is never going to be contemporary unless we force it.
Well, yeah, like if it's a pay-per-view week, then that's different.
Right.
But.
Like, I feel like we should probably have all watched Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Bryan, but we didn't.
I watched the highlights. They were fine. Nigel McGuinness looked botchy at his re-debut.
Yeah, bro. I don't understand why he's back wrestling again, but it doesn't matter.
You have to understand his past.
Yeah, there's a story. The problem, I think, is AEW is just not really telling that story.
They're not equipped to tell it.
Yeah, well, they're so equipped to tell it, but they
have all the footage.
They have the equipment to tell it. They're not equipped to tell it.
Fair enough. So, Pumps, your match of the week that you watched is
real quick. Since we're doing audibles, I just want to say this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
To toot my own horn, toot. The world is now simping for Julia, who has been on NXT regularly. I fucking told you a year ago that this was coming. I fucking told you. That's all.
I'm excited. I guess I don't know. I don't know much about her.
No, I'm excited too. I'm just saying. Ha!
If you put 5 women wrestlers in front of me right now, I couldn't tell you who Julia was.
Wow. She's the one that kind of looks like Oksana.
Who's that?
Come on, man. Oksana, come on. Like 2013-ish. She was
I only know the main roster females.
She was a main roster female. She was on SmackDown. She was Teddy Long's interest whenever Teddy Long
if you're going that far back, bro, I definitely don't remember.
Teamed up with Cesaro. Come on. All right.
Cesaro's first official valet.
Yeah.
When he would come out, she would say, "Now say it in German."
Yes. She was fantastic. I don't know what happened to her.
She was a stunner.
Big fan. Big fan. Well, and Julia kind of reminds me of her, so I don't know. That's as far as I got.
Fair enough. Continue.
Your match this week was between who?
Kaylee Ray and Ms. Viper.
Which is Isla Dawn and Piper Niven.
In what promotion?
Well, it was ICW in Scotland, I believe. Ireland.
I did watch the match, Pumps, just for the record. I watched it. Who are the announcers? That's first what I want to know.
I don't know, but I loved them. They were great.
Sounds like Drew McIntyre.
Yes, it was not, though.
Drew McIntyre on commentary right now?
It was not Drew Galloway.
The the match was awesome. Once it picked up steam, I didn't love the way that they opened it, where they were like almost doing the strong style chop thing.
They traded
with
kendo stick spots.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Why the fuck would you let her? I mean, like, I get it, you're proving your toughness, but you could have easily done that with chops, and it would have been a little bit more credible. Whereas now you're smacking each other with kendo sticks. I didn't love that aspect of it. Once the match picks up and kind of gets past that point, though, it's fucking awesome. And I see. Well, Isla Dawn is now teamed up with.
She's what, Elba Fire or something.
Elba Fire. Which I like. I like that tag team. I just they haven't given us much about it. And then Piper Niven is freaking great, man.
I love her. She's great.
I'm hoping her and Chelsea Green get a solid program at some point, because you're kind of investing so much into their little kind of dynamic,
dude.
So
I'm gonna. You know what?
I want for the eventual Chelsea Green Piper Niven program what she had with Rhea Ripley before Rhea Ripley was Rhea Ripley.
Aren't they doing a dumpster match?
Yeah, they are.
See? Fucking look at me.
Look at you. Yeah, they're doing it with
Chelsea Green's in it.
Chelsea Green, but dang it, who is she freaking wrestling? Mia
Chin.
Mia Chin.
He was like,
who I love, and this goes back to one of the things you were talking about, Nate. How they have like the A, B, and C storyline.
Yes,
like it's like cool. You're doing that now with the women's division, where I think Chelsea Green and Mia Yim are the most underutilized females that are so ridiculous.
Mia Yim is awesome. We talked about that an episode or so ago. Yeah,
she's great.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I'm glad they have a feud.
I'm going to create a tag team.
Okay.
You ready?
Are you listening, Triple H?
I don't know if I
Paul?
should be.
Paul, are you listening?
Let me get Paul on the phone here. Paul? All right. Okay, he's going to start talking now. Go for it.
Piper Niven and Willow Nightingale, the new APA.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry.
The female APA.
Sorry to waste your time, Paul.
The female APA.
Lady APA.
Lady APA. Piper Niven and Willow Nightingale would fucking run roughshod over these skinny bitches, bro. And they can both work and they can both talk. That's a natural disaster women tag team that I am behind.
I'll tell you, I don't hate the idea.
My boy.
Pumps,
how do you not like that?
Because I live in the real world where I know what that would eventually turn into.
Them winning the women's tag team championship?
If they did the APA thing where they're like guns for hire, and
if they played it
fire.
I
just booked this, bro. I just booked a hell of a fucking team right now.
Okay,
I don't trust
them
to book it straight. I don't trust them to play it straight.
It could be very cool though.
Yeah, I mean, put them backstage, playing the cards, smoking the cigars, drinking the beer, and with the door. If you committed to it that much, I feel like it'd be awesome. They would commit to it that much. They can't even really truly commit to the custody for Dom on a pole match or whatever ladder match.
He's in a shark cage. He's in a shark cage.
So I think that's the closest we're gonna get to it.
So do I. I told you guys they weren't gonna do it.
Which is bullshit. So
I told you they wouldn't do it.
Sorry.
I mean, we are forgetting that Willow Nightingale does work in another promotion, right?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if I could put if I could put that, like, I think together, that's a super dope, like, very, like, they both can work. They're not just like big chicks like Nia Jax and the other one in AEW. What's the one I don't like?
Oh, Nyla Rose.
Yeah, Nyla Rose. Yeah.
Oh man, let's just avoid that topic.
I am. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know. So, but Willow and Piper, those are like bigger chicks that can fucking work, dude. And I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I like Willow.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I like Willow Nightingale a lot.
You know who wouldn't watch it?
Big fan.
Nate.
Yeah.
Oh, I would watch that, but I would like it.
No, you wouldn't.
Of course I would. I just made it up. I booked
you wouldn't like it.
I'm the agent. I'm the road agent.
You'll be busy doing other stuff. You won't watch it.
And pretty soon they'll be in the new Nation of Domination. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Look at us.
Piper Niven is Owen Hart. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. Don't forget Owen Hart was in the nation's domination.
No, yeah.
All right.
Well, anyway, watch the match. It's on YouTube.
It was a good match.
Super hardcore.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a barbed wire chokeout finish. I mean, it's good stuff.
Nice. Do we have anything else, boys?
Oh yeah.
I hope not.
There's one more thing that,
That's not-
that I don't know if you want to talk about or not.
I
but
tried to keep Pumps
No,
engaged with the
what
fuck.
do you
I
got?
tried to keep him engaged.
Well,
What do you
this would
got?
be let's see.
I've had like fucking 7 White Claws, so
Oh.
my wife's gonna be real excited.
This is I think our last big bit of news.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
is
correct.
kind of a huge deal. Is allegedly? Has this officially been announced by either of them or by WWE?
Now
Not that I know of, but I mean, it's like
on Monday night,
Yeah, they had a
thing that said RFP,
RFP. Yeah,
Ray Phoenix Penta.
Yeah. Nate, as somebody who famously does not love non-English speaking competitors, how are you feeling about this?
Let me tell you what, guys. They're gonna sell a lot of merchandise.
Yeah.
They're gonna absolutely sell a lot of merchandise. One of them's got to speak English. Listen. I love Penta as a single. I understand it's him and his brother. They're awesome as doubles.
Ricardo Rodriguez is still for hire.
I've said this before.
what's his name said that Umaga's valet just said he signed a Legends deal.
Who's Umaga's valet?
Armando Alejandro Estrada.
If they can get a man, here's my problem. The average
The problem is
WW
that these foreigners are coming here and taking American jobs.
Listen,
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the cats.
They're taking American wrestlers' jobs. These luchadors.
the
They're
average
eating these rosters.
the average American WWE watcher who isn't paying attention, maybe only watching for their kids, not checking in every week, but will stop, can't handle 5 masked wrestlers.
American fans first. From here
Right.
on out.
Project 25.
they
We get
can't-
rid of these masked wrestlers.
They-
We send them back to where they belong.
Yeah. Why are they wearing masks? What are they hiding?
You know what? They're hiding criminals.
Unless they can speak English.
Tony Khan is sending us his criminals in disguise.
Bro. Come on, man. Sin Cara. How over did he get?
Which one?
Exactly.
Criminal.
Dragon Lee. How
He's-
over is he?
Criminal.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Dirty Dom's the greatest luchador of all time now. They're
You
all
got
just,
Rey Mysterio because he's a fucking legend and he's little and everybody knows who the fuck he is.
well, he speaks English. He does speak English.
And he speaks English. Listen. They're going to be awesome. It's going to be really fun to watch some matches that they're in. But the WWE is about angles, dude. And if they're just going to throw them in with all of the other Hispanic dudes that are in like this weird feud that they sometimes bring up and sometimes don't, right? Like you got the Santos Escobar drug cartel, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got the fucking LWO and they only make them wrestle each other. And then you got the Outcast is Andrade, who is having a really fun weekly television show feud with Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight. I think it's good. It's like we talked about. That's a weekly show angle. That's not going to get paid off on pay-per-views and shit, right? So maybe at some point, but so you bring in the Lucha Bros, and then if they can't speak English, they're just going to get shoved into matches that no one's going to give a fuck about.
Until they start backing up Ricky Starks.
My
Oh.
man. Now, if we're doing that, that gives him a mouthpiece. 1,000,000%. Ricky Starks, I think, would be an absolute star. Ricky Starks and LA Knights feud, I want immediately.
Oh, Ricky Starks is coming.
I hope so. Ricky Starks is great.
It's happening.
I've seen that dude from very early in his career, and he was a fucking superstar on the independent circuit. He's a fucking superstar in AEW, and I think he's gonna be a fucking superstar.
He
in
needs to
WWE.
gain a little bit of weight.
He's a little thin.
And learn how to speak English.
Here's the problem. Here's the
From New
problem.
Orleans. New Orleans boy right there.
Is Ricky Starks the same size as Chad Gable? Because Chad Gable is pitched as a little guy.
Yeah, Ricky is so I'm like 5'11" and a half. And I want to say Ricky was maybe
Fucking
like
show off.
an inch shorter than me. I
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, he's like, I don't want Ricky Starks to come and look like Nunzio
was Ricky start 6 feet?
next to fucking these other guys. You know what I mean? He needs some weight.
He does. I mean, look, he's got a very, and he's like worked on that character so well. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't really. I mean, he's gotten bigger if you've seen him as
dude,
of late.
and it would almost be a low key funny thing that they call Ricky Starks ripping off The Rock, and then they call LA Knight ripping off fucking Austin and fucking The Rock. And if they get
Ricky Starks is absolutely not ripping off The Rock. He just happens to be a light-skinned dude.
Adam Copeland said different on national television.
Yeah,
on
or
AEW.
Adam fucking Copeland also. Never mind. I'm not.
All right, we've gone 2 hours and 20 minutes,
Adam
guys.
Copeland believes in planking as a health exercise.
That could be.
It low key, he's not wrong.
I'm not going to say anything
That
about
works your abs, dog.
I don't know.
He's a good
All
guy.
Pumps, do you have anything to plug?
Yes. Rocket City Roller Derby Twitch this weekend. Hail skating. I'll be there. I may be coaching. I don't know. But the missus is skating, so fuck yeah.
It's on Twitch?
Bro.
Yes, hail skating. Yes. And the
Tell me
merch shirts.
Tell me you
the
have merch.
Shirts. Oh yeah.
I think I need to purchase one of those. What's that going to run me?
20?
Is it like a pair of skates too underneath?
Yeah.
Fuck, I need it. All right, I'm going to
I'll,
Venmo you some money.
What's $20 between friends?
Hail skating. Also, we're going to have merch soon. When I get back from Germany, my number one priority is to get us some merchandise here for the abdominal stretch. Pablo, what do you have to plug?
Deep Rooted Nerdcast, baby. Come find me at LA Comic Con. Get some free VHSs. Watch Deep Rooted Nerdcast. We're giving away comics, and we'll be giving away Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, #1 signed by.
Dude, you know what you just reminded me of right there? You reminded me of Mac from Predator. Beneath the trees, nobody sees.
It's the name of a book.
When he's fucking dry shaving.
It's the name of a book. I got a clean ass copy of it in a comic capsule, and we're giving it away on the show. We're giving away a bunch of cool fucking comics. It's Dexter in the world of Richard Scarry. I guess is the best way I can. Cool.
Fair enough. My name is Nathan S. Skill. You can find me on all the things. Stream my new album with Dust Mites, Cold Slither, Misery Loves Company, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, blah, 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 blah. I got a couple videos that are hopefully going to be done within the next month. We won't be here next week, but we'll be here the following week as I am going to Oktoberfest, in case anybody missed that.
Rub it in our faces.
Yeah. Wait till you
Humble brag.
I hope that you guys will understand what I get, because when I went to Japan, I had the Piston Honda Punch-Out shirt. You saw that, right? That's what
Did that get any play or?
No,
Yeah.
but it was fucking hysterical to me,
Well, that's all that matters.
right? So now this is my new gimmick. So I'm going to
So I'm gonna
Germany.
wear a swastika in Germany.
Nope. No.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh,
No, he's gonna wear a Hydra shirt or something.
oh,
Oh, there you go. There you-
Was he German? I feel like he was
Yeah.
French.
I don't know.
That is Von Kaiser, the second guy you fight in Punch Out from Germany.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fair
so
enough.
if I go to Spain, I'm gonna have Don Flamenco. This is my new thing. I will board planes in Mike Tyson's Punch Out characters from the country that I'm going.
Put Johnny on the board. He's promoting your album.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you, dog.
Yes, high touch.
High
High
touch.
touch. I really, really appreciate that. And we gotta find some way, Pablo, to get with Johnny when we get back sometimes, and maybe he should come to your thing in October. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, absolutely. We'll plug that. We'll
Yeah,
plug that
yeah,
on-
yes, we should do.
on detail.
We should do that. We should do that for sure.
Yeah.
Johnny, you got a free T-shirt coming as soon as we make them. All right, cool. So as always,
Keep pounding.
Come on now.
be nice to each other and watch wrestling.
Meh.
Sweet.
Will Ospreay